Hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Lauren Blair. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Thursday. Glad you're with us. We have a special show. It is a big 3 hours full of great jewelry. And I will say, we bring you rare every single day. However, this day is going to be a little bit different. We've got some stones that are truly, you could watch every show, every day, and never see what we have here, because today you're going to see pieces that we have not seen in literally years and years and years. We've got one fabulous copper-bearing purple tourmaline. This is basically a purple Paraíba, is what this is. We've got one. It's incredibly neon. It is super rare. You know how rare all the Paraíbas of the world are. If we can bring you a purple, it is exquisite. Haven't seen one since the 8-carat emerald cut that was here many years ago. That was a good $15,000, $20,000, and that was then. We've got a special piece for you today, so stick around for that. It's coming up probably in this first hour. We're going to make sure that you get a nice jump start on that one. Plus, there is actually one of the Congales stones. So may not be copper bearing per se as we know of yet, but it's very, very important nonetheless. We're actually going to start with that. So you won't need to wait very long to see that beautiful Congales stone that we're going to have, that beautiful blue and green mix that is Paraíba-esque. But if you'd rather have a Paraíba that has solidified, determined copper content, we got one of those too. And we're actually going to take a stone that is just under 1 carat, and we are going to make it a huge blowout. So if you have had a little bit of an issue, which we all have, let's face it, affording the Paraíbas that we want in bigger sizes, well, we're going to take care of you tonight, because tonight we actually have this really, really special blue-green that is going to be, again, just under a carat, a lot of gold, a lot of diamond weight, and then we're going to bring it down to an incredible price you just don't see. So we have that on the way, as well as, you know what we haven't seen a lot of are pink diamonds, and we've got a big one tonight. We've got just a shade shy of 1/5 of a carat, so a nearly 20 pointer is on the way, and it's not just any pink diamond. See, I have a very, very high priority when it comes to pink diamonds. It's my favorite color in the world, and I gotta say, I need to make sure that they are of saturation that we can all be proud of. And a lot of pink diamonds just are not gonna give us enough of that saturation to really qualify as a true, honest to goodness natural pink. So today, we got one. It's been so long since we've seen good pink diamonds, whereas we used to see them pretty routinely, and now they've all but disappeared. So we're going to bring you a great one there, and it's going to be, like I said, just shy of 20 points, classic style mounting. So we have that on the way as well as anything you'd like to see. Please never hesitate to give us a call. Most everything I've got tonight is a one only. So we really kind of jammed the Thursday nights with a lot more than even normal in our one-of-a-kinds, because we know we have a more limited audience. So it is going to be the greatest day to pick up something collectible and super rare. But of course, what does that mean? It means all the pricing is coming down, because I got to move through a lot of one-of-a-kinds quickly. And, you know, it's just kind of the name of the business, where if you're going to have this many one-of-a-kinds, you got to move a lot more of them. We got to make it up in volume, right? So the prices come way, way down. So it's really an exciting night to be with us. You can't miss a Thursday. And then there's even going to be one of the brightest, cleanest, most superstar emeralds we have ever witnessed on the show. So lots to get to tonight. Hope you can stay with us. We'll make the 3 hours feel like 3 minutes. We really will. And speaking of, we're 3 minutes in, so I'm done with my allotted time. Take a look at this. This is going to be our gorgeous Congales, the new one that I mentioned that we've got for you here, which is going to be that super special clean. I don't know if any of the Congales before it have ever looked this much like Paraíba as much as this one does. And that's really exciting, because sometimes they can lean more green, right? And this one has a lot of those blue tones to it as well. So if you really like that true 50-50 mix of the blues and greens, it's all here, and it's 1123847. And this would be our 2-carat 95. So it's got a great size to it as well. But watch this. The magic really happens when you see it face up directly to the lens or your eye, because look at that. That's a very special stone. You see how bright it is? And it's almost like as if there are different neon lights that are some blue and some more green, all the way through the mix. It's 1123847. It's got a 295 emerald cut Congales with 45 points in diamonds. This is really that triple stack, or that triple staircase as I call it, because you see each row down the sides gets a little bit shorter, but really starts with the length of the stone itself, being that gorgeous emerald cut we love. Notice the double prongs in the corners to make sure that bigger stone is held securely. And remember, there is, like so many pieces tonight, and usually here, it's a one-of-a-kind. So if you think you might like it, you might want to dial in, because I know you're going to like the price. That is what I can guarantee you on everything. I've got a lot of liberty here to really truly make these prices dropped into really kind of levels you've never seen before, and that's really exciting. So think of it like a sale show, right? Not necessarily a holiday, but we are going to make it quite the day to save you a bundle on whatever it is you love. So don't hesitate to call in. We've got some of the most unusual tourmalines today. It's really a tourmaline pretty tourmaline, I would say a pretty intense tourmaline show. So it's going to be fun. And again, that purple Paraiba coming up shortly. So make sure, tell a collector, tell a gem lover, just make sure everybody's with us to see it, because we want to make sure that it's just kind of a great rarity to see. Kind of feels like you're going to the museum without even paying admission. So here we are with a very special tourmaline. We're going to blow it out. Not going to be $29.99 either. So there's a great value already that we're going to make even better. So if you're ready to get something special, I'm going to try it on for you as well, so you can see how it looks on the hand here from a distance, because really it's the glow that's created by the emerald cut. And I think a lot of us appreciate a good emerald cut. We actually have an emerald cut blue wing block D. I feel like that's also maybe the new thing I have to do at the beginning of every show, is probably announce what we do and don't have in blue wing, because at some point very, very soon, we're not going to be seeing any blue wing block Ds at all. So I feel like we should mention I do have one emerald cut tonight, and it's a bigger stone, but I think it's going to work for a lot of you who even think, maybe I want that collectible piece before they're gone. We got it for you. So here's our tourmaline, and we're going to make it really affordable, not even $29 or $19.99. Promise you it'll go. They always do. And then over the weekend, I'm going to have a big, big 14 karat, but that's when they get up to really pricey amounts. I like that this one's already under $2,000, and I'm not done. We're going to make it even better. First caller can have it for under $15. We'll make it $1,499, and it's one of the prettier stones you ever will see. And with our 93-point patty later, I'm going to make it affordable, but it's still not going to be that affordable. So I would say if you're looking for that $1,500 budget, you got to take this one, and it's gone. Congratulations. So I've got a couple critter pieces. I'm going to start with our owl. He's cute. And I know we've had some owls of late, but this one, actually what I'm going to do is start with it on the hand, Tony, because I know we just left there, but this is just, I want you to see the size first of all and see the prominent green in those eyes there, bezel sets. What could those be? They look almost like sapphireites because they're so bright. It's actually going to be emerald, and it's item number 1123172. This is our 6 points in emeralds in those 2 3-point stones each. Bezel set diamonds the rest of the way, 13 points in the diamonds, and that's in solid yellow gold. Now this chain comes with it. You can take this piece off this chain if you choose to. There you have adjustability. This is just like the chains we offer. And we charge, I think, $300, is it $300, $250 now for a chain? They've gone up a little bit from yesteryear, but there you can see the lobster claw closure, and you've got your 3 adjustable links as well. So that would be 16, 17, and 18. And again, throwing it in with the great value. 6 points on the emerald, 13 points in the diamonds. So a really special look. And then of course you'll see it up close, but there's a great finishing as well, which will probably be better seen up close as well. But there's some great detail in that under gallery. I'll get you a measurement on the pendant first. So remember, this is not just a necklace all attached, but you can take that pendant off that chain if you want to, and then use that chain with other things. So it is a great chain to own. There it is at 3/4 of an inch, top to bottom, including the bail. We'll show it to you on the neckline coming up next, so you get a little bit of an idea what that's all about. There it is from a distance. And I know we've had some owl pieces of late, but they've mostly been quite a bit larger actually. So I like that this one's a little more petite, just giving you some variety here in our critter pieces of late. And that one's actually going to be less than $1,000, and with the chain. So loving that as well. Let's take a look up close, because the green of those emeralds is already glowing. And I'm looking for my little baby tweezers. Here they are, because I don't want to take away from this gorgeous design. So I want to show you as best I can. Look at that. Isn't that great? And so that's going to be, I love his eyebrows there. His eyebrows are really the mirror finish gold to match the bezels. But there you can see super bright emeralds, and not even $1,000, not $999, not even $899 or $888. We'll make it a lot better and a lot more affordable. And I understand that our owls have been very popular of late. So let's get you a more petite version, or maybe you want to layer it, or maybe you collect this look. It's a great way to go. And we're going to make this one, you know what, make it $777 instead. First caller with the chain, diamond cut Rolo link chain that's coming with it for free. And then we'll see who's got our little dainty owl. Now, what else in critters do we have? We have a very exotic bird that we're going to show you next. Why not? We'll get our critters all out of here. They're all lined up and ready to go. And the menagerie is represented well on this Thursday evening. And thank you for your patience on the line. We'll see if Tim's got this one, 777 with the chain, which is adjustable and lobster claw. So it's a really premium chain. You know, this is not some throwaway. It's not some little dainty chain where we put the lightest weight gold we could think of and just made it simple and straightforward. We still gave you a chain that you could go out and spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars for. Even here, like I said, our chains are about $300 these days. So you got a really good value right here on a chain with the pendant. The pendant's where it's all at. The chain is free. So it's just about getting that pendant and that design. You happen to get it all. So coming up, our next critter design is right here. This is so cute. 111. and it's $85.19. I get this request a lot. I get the request a lot for Aquia pearls, and I think now that you see an Aquia pearl, you probably realize why we get requests for them. That pearl is giving more luster and more colors than most pearls are capable of doing, and that is because it is an Aquia pearl. Now, the distinguished difference is it is still going to be a white pearl, but it's going to have a lot of color, and these generally don't happen in much larger sizes than 7 or 8 millimeters maximum because they come from a very specific region, which allows the pearls to have a little bit of difference to them. They're actually grown in, really, again, remember this is a natural organic stone, so when we say grown, we're talking about inside the mollusk. A living organism creates these pearls, but it's only in these really pure, cold waters near off Japan. So you've got a very important pearl, and I think you can see there when the luster looks like that on camera, where a lot of times luster can shy away, you see that that's a really top quality stone. And it's also 7 millimeters in the diameter. This is all 18 karat rose gold only. I'll show you the backing, and then you can still see the pearl and the colors it has from the back and all the way around. And then you're getting, you can see why they chose rose gold, but there is a little bit of black rhodium. That's that tree branch that the bird is sitting and perched upon. And then you have a lot of different stones here, rubies and sapphirites, diamonds and black agate that's also creating that mirror finish beak there. So you've got all of that with your pearl, diamonds and rubies, sapphirites as well. The carat weight is 12 points on the sapphirite and sapphires together. This is more about, not about overall carat weights, but more about creating a design that's very specific, very detailed, very unique. And then you have the 13 points in the diamonds, and then the black agate, being an opaque stone, does not have a carat weight, but you can see it's all carved and then polished to perfection as the beak there. So with the bail, let's show it to you on the hand here so you get an idea of the size, and then we'll measure that for you. But there it is from a distance away, and you can see what that looks like. And then we'll show you here as far as a length goes. That's going to be top to bottom is going to be about 1 inch there, and then we'll show it to you on the neckline as well. But all we can say is dial in as quickly as you can, because it's not going to last, especially when it's under $1,000, and I'm talking well under $1,000 as well. You can see how pretty that would be, even if it's just for your tropical vacay that's coming up, right? You've got something planned and you are ready to, you know, have that beautiful piece of paradise with you that I guarantee you we all like to, you know, keep those memories close at hand. And so if you'd like to, again, have a little bit of paradise with you every day, it's a fun way to do it right there. You just are a lover of the birds and love the colors and love the uniqueness, or you like whimsical jewelry as well. Makes sense to have pieces like this that really expand the collection, and it's going to be better than even $9.99. We'll take another close-up look at it. It's going to be going in a hurry, we know that, and it's going to be on its way for $599. I told you we have a lot of severe discounts on the show tonight to move a lot of jewelry quickly. So it's the best thing you can do is just dial in early and take that piece for $599, especially even for a gift idea. I would love to see this go to a bird lover out there. I think that that's where, can you imagine giving someone so specific and fine jewelry, and they never know that you didn't spend a fortune to get it. So it's kind of exciting there. So $599 only, and then we'll give that 30 seconds, and then you're going to see, I talked about the big purple Paraíba. We've also got one of the rarest in purple stones from Madagascar, which is our rare Malaya garnet. We have a really important Kashmir sapphire as well, also a purple red. That is a lineup I would love to have over the span of a year's time. The fact we've got them all in one show and probably all in 1 hour is really, really, really special. So tell you what I'm going to do. We're going to have some fun here. We're going to show you these 3 exotic purple stones, and every one of them is just a superstar. And I want to start you off there just to see the differences, because when we say purple, a lot of people might assume amethyst color. Well, and there's nothing wrong with an amethyst. I love amethyst. I wear one every single day. But take a look at this. And oh my goodness, the amount of polishing I've done before this show, you can see I've already cut myself just polishing pieces tonight. Trying to get in those nooks and crannies. This one needed a little polishing on the band as well. So here we are. That's one of them. And I'm going to let you take a little guess here. We're going to do a little educational moment here. And then that's another one of them. I mentioned all 3 of these already. And here's another. So look at the difference. And each one of these stones is different gem varieties completely, different gem families. But these are arguably the 3 most exotic colors of purple gems you can get, and they obviously come in other colors as well. All 3 of these come in other colors, but take your guess. I mean, I feel like if we were doing a gem and jewelry oriented game show, this would be one of those like extra bonus rounds. Like you win the grand prize of all if you're able to get every one of these right. Because it really, truly, and I've already given you the multiple choice because we've told you all three that are here up for grabs, but these are truly some of the most rare and exotic stones you can get your hands on in this colorway. And that's really what's impressive. So are you ready for the grand reveal? And again, I'll give you your choices so you can make those last minute guesses because this is really an important moment. And we don't really see, when we obviously bring exotics all the time, we don't usually see these three ever. I know that it was just recently we brought you some new Madagascar Malaya garnets. You know about those. And remember I mentioned that we have that Cooprian albite, which is that purple Paraiba that's super neon. And then we have up here as well the Kashmir. So one's a sapphire, one's a turmaline, and one is a garnet. You want to take your guesses here? Take a look at it. And then we'll obviously show them each individually, but I wanted to show you how the purple color, I don't think anybody, when we think purple gems, would immediately think tourmaline or sapphire or garnet, right? And that's what's so cool about this whole moment is that those are each some of the rarest varieties. So if you just tune in for a little gem education, consider the moment met because this is what it's all about. So the grand reveal is this. This is our Kashmir, which means a specific mine that has been depleted for over 100 years. That's the Kashmir sapphire in the bridge. Here is, I feel like we need a drum roll moment, sound effects, the whole thing. We don't get that fancy, but we do when it comes to stones. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the purple Paraiba. It is Cooprian albite in that ultimate neon color. And then we have, yes, this is the Malaya garnet. This is that new Beckley mine out of Madagascar, where I believe that's the only one we have left. So this is your rare, rare purple moment. Talk about exotics, purples and pinks, and yet none of them really look like a traditional basic purple. They don't look like your basic amethyst. I know we talk about maybe sometimes tanzanites are purple. Yes, they can be a lighter shade of purple in their more, you know, kind of available and readily accessible varieties, but look at this wheel, all the exotics. So my question is this, which one's your favorite? Which one do you want to get to know a little bit more about first? Because what is rarest, and I will tell you right now, I think it's the centerpiece right there in the middle, and I'm just going based on years and years here and years of doing this everywhere, where it's one of those where as far as when it comes to what we don't see hardly ever, it's that stone right there. It is that collectible. And we've had one before, and it was a much different color purple. It was lighter. It was not as bright. It was not as neon. It had a more, think like periwinkle color to it. That was the last time we saw one of these purple Paraibas. Well, this is going to be item number 1123887. You're looking at it for the first time. Nobody's seen it. It's specialty, and it's a 2 carat 74. So we're talking about a stone that I'm going to ask you to think about in terms of Paraiba. You know what that usually means. Usually we'd see them in blue greens here. We're going to see one later tonight. It's a 93 pointer. It's thousands of dollars. We know this is one of the most expensive stones in the world because there hasn't been a lot of them. It's not just a tourmaline, but it's a specific variety of tourmaline that allows you to have that more, again, copper content, which is what makes it neon, but they come in a wide variety of colors. There are yellow Cooprians. There are pinks that look almost like rubelites. There are blues and greens we're familiar with. There are straight up blues, straight up greens. They come in a variety of colors, but this is one of the rare ones that tends to be also one of the more popular, and here's the reason why, and collectible. And that is because many, many years ago, when this was really, because remember, the first time we ever knew about copper-bearing tourmalines, it was in 1989. So that's relatively, you talk about an infant gem, this is it. Now it's already mined out. Fast forward to even a few years back, mined out, 3 sources ever. Brazil was the first, Mozambique and Nigeria followed. But when we're talking about a stone this unusual, for a while when it was the beginning source and beginning of the material, we called all of it Paraiba. And it really wasn't technically correct to do so. So the GIA, and everybody had a little bit here and a little bit there, and so what GIA decided to do was kind of come together and really completely follow a new guideline. And that really was, to use the word Paraiba, it needed to be either blue or green or blue-green and purple. Those were the only ones. The goldens, the pinks, the other varieties could not be called Paraiba. They could be called copper-bearing or Cooprian albite or whatever you want to call it. But as far as Paraiba goes, it has to be a blue-green or a purple color. So that is where I think you've got a really special stone here, because that's what makes this one really rare. Is it's not the traditional color that we see most often, but it's still what's considered Paraíba. So you've got all of that rarity, and yet it's a 274, which has got to be frightening, because if we had a 274 Paraíba in the blue greens, which is more common, what would that be in price? It would be a lot of money. By the way, 95 points in diamond weight to go with this as well. So you're getting, I love to reward those of you that are early birds, because you know we bring out some of the really important specialty pieces early in shows, because otherwise we know that if it's later and there's more viewership, it's going to be that one where more people are fighting and missing out than getting happy because they collected it and earned it. So this is what we're going to do. Got a great value. I'll let you know right up front. This is a major, major value, because if it was a 2-carat 74, in that blue-green variety, I've got one that's really close to 274. It's $35,000. This is, I'm sorry to say this, blue greens, because I love you, but this one is far more rare. Far more rare. Let's take a look at it on the hand so you get a full scope before we drop this price, because it's not going to be $35,000. Now, you could get more because there's an upgrade in the rarity here. Technically, it should be even more than $35,000. We're just putting it up against the same size in the blue greens, which are rare, but this one is more so. And you see what I mean by that neon? The neon is still there. It's still glowing. The neon, what does that really define as? That defines the ability to glow under lesser light. And oh, does it ever. Look at that. Full light versus I'm going to dim the light here, and look what's happening. Waterfall effects of light going all the way through that stone. It's incredible. And it's not going to be $35,000. I wonder if we have a collector with us tonight already. And I sure hope we do, because on any given night, we're going to have a lot of collectors that aren't just looking for straight up jewelry. You're looking for more than just beautiful pieces crafted in gold and diamonds. You're looking for rare, collectible exotics. This is so it. I just need to make sure you're ready to go, because it's not going to last, because it is a wonderful value. I remember when I introduced these to the world on television many, many years ago. That was like in 2004. And how popular, when I had all the colors, by the way. And that's when, you know, as a trade, we hadn't decided and GIA hadn't, you know, conferred. But that's when we all had all the colors. And we called them Paraíbas. And it was yellow Paraíba, and it was, you know, green Paraíba and all that. This is where you're getting one of the more popular. I remember when we did have it all, this was the one everyone wanted and prioritized. So this is the way to get it. You don't have to spend $35,000. You don't have to spend $25,000. I know it's a showpiece. I know it's crazy rare, but that doesn't stop me from giving you a value, because if you love it, you deserve a chance to own it, because when's the next time we're going to see one? Is that possible? I don't have another one that I know of in our inventory. This is a special piece for you tonight. It's the debut happening right now, and it's not going to be $25,000 or even $10,000. So this might be the time, because when I told you at the beginning of the show I'm giving everything away, I meant it. That is not something that's just a line. This is really, truly critical to dial in, and you could end up with the only stone like it in our collection. We'll have the other rare purples later. That Kashmir will be coming out. We've got that beautiful new Malaya for you, but this is the one that is rarest of them all, no doubt about it. It's not even $10,000 or $5,000. This is where, you know, you wish you had a couple of them. I wish I had a bigger and a smaller size. I wish I've got, you know, one for everybody that's collecting out there, but this is it, and yet plenty durable for everyday wear, so do not be afraid to wear it. Do not be afraid to enjoy it, to wear it, to put it on your hand and show it off to the world, because it really is deserving of all of that. And we're going to make it more affordable than even $5,000, $4,000, or even $39.99. It's time. And I know this is that day where we love a Thursday when we get to really showcase these specialty pieces. I mentioned that earlier. We get to really bring you something special, different, unusual, bold, all the things. And there is just nothing quite like this. You got to dial in. We're not even going to ask for $39.99. I love our collectors out there, because we adore you, because we can really bring these true, amazing, one-of-a-kinds that nobody else can, and yet you're not even paying $3,500. We're going to make it $34.99 to the very first caller, and that's probably as good as gone, because what a discount that is. And this is why you're here with us early. This is why you're ready to go. This is why you love a great value, and this is why you love TVON, is that we don't say, hey, this is one of the rarest stones in the world. Let's just make it, yes, affordable for one person. It's already sold. Congratulations. So what I'm going to do is, let's just go show you our Kashmir, which is next here. And oh my, purples, reds, and blues really all together here in our Kashmir. I adore this piece. Item number is going to be 11222215. Thank you so much on that purple Paraíba. I wish there was another one, but we're going to go through the other exotics here. Now, this is sapphire. So talk about durability. It gives you even more so durability here. You've got a 11222215. By the way, this is about mining. This is not about sapphire being rare. Sapphire is a category of family or gem. Variety is pretty common, right? Doesn't make it any more affordable. It's just a common, we know about it, we've heard about it, we know it comes in a lot of colors. We know if it's a red sapphire, it's a ruby. We know if it's blues and purples and yellows and padbarachas, those are sapphires. But we know that this is about where it came from. The origin, the mining source for this one stone is Kashmir, which is a mine, or I say was a mine, because no longer available to us. It actually hasn't been mined in over 100 years. That's why this is so praised. 64 points is on the unheated. That's one more thing that makes it even more rare, is the unheated nature of the stone. The fact it's glowing and clean, despite the fact that it has no heat treatment, and it's going to have a diamond weight in our bridge, which is going to be 82 points in diamonds. Love that. So all of this together, one super special piece. And no, it is not going to be, I know Kashmir sapphires can be some of the most expensive stones you ever get a hold of. We're so excited and proud to make this crazy, ridiculous affordable for you. And no, it is not even going to be, I don't even know how we got it under $5,000 in the first place when that's a mounting that can go for $4,200. Plus, we're going to make it a lot more interesting right now. And I just hope that you're on those lines ready to go. Don't forget, we can change it to white or rose gold if you prefer. That's no problem. But it is not going to be 5 or 4 or 3 or 2. It's not even $2,000 and it's an unheated sapphire. I don't care where it came from. If it's Sri Lankan material, that's a great value. Honestly, it really, really is. Look at this on the hand, and so rich in the yellow gold, but you know what? If you want to show off all the diamonds, get it in the white gold. That'd be lovely as well. It is not going to be $2,000. I don't know. This is where the bridge mounting is worth more, so there's your value, right? If you just want it for the mounting, you got a deal. If you want it for the Kashmir alone, you got a deal. If you want to have one of the more collectible stones we have ever known, ever seen, this is it all the way around, yet you've got a 9 on the Mohs scale. Second only to diamonds. That's the only stone that's going to give you any more durability than a sapphire or a ruby, and yet it's not even 1999 or 1888 or 1777. This is like a giveaway show. It really is. And still choosing your gold color, whatever your favorite is there. We are not asking for $1,699. It is one of those values that, what can you say, except TVON is the leader in value. Just, that's the mantra. Say it with me. TVON is the leader in value. Nobody can do this like we can. And you're not even spending $1,699. Rare as can be, 100 years plus since it's been mined at all. And we're talking about doing it right now for $1,599 only. That's it. And just one caller is going to take it and get it. And what can I tell you that hasn't been said, except you're going to be very, very happy if you get that one home and enjoy that one as a really high collectible from the Kashmir mine. It's right on the border of Pakistan as far as where today's geography sits, but no semblance or no real evidence of a mine there today. This is just a chance to pick it up, and yet it's got such clarity, and it's always rare to get an unheated, untreated sapphire, and so that's really special as well. So that distinction makes a world of difference. $1,599 only, and that is our one only. Shall we wrap it up with the Malaya, perhaps? We'll get to the Malaya garnet. This is a newer find out of Madagascar, so we'll talk about that. We just introduced a few the other day. They were really pricey, so not everybody had a chance to collect one. Proud to say that we're going to make it a lot more affordable right now, and then that'll complete our trio of the really, really, really rare purples. So let me know who's got that one. It's still here at the moment, and then here's our Malaya, and then 1123894. So this has a big, big, big thread in the prong. I'll tell you, I don't know, were our jewelers in an extra rush today? Because I have got some definite issues here with some of our rings, but nothing that can't be solved right there. There we go, all done. So I think I got most of it. There's still one little thread. But I'll tell you what, I don't want to hurt the stone, so I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to give you a really, really special buy on this one. 3894 is our fabulous. This is out of the Beckley mine. It's in Madagascar. It's one of the newer discoveries of this rare garnet. It's actually a garnet that's a little bit different than all your other stones here, because we see reds and we see browns and we see all different colors and varieties. We know that. But this is that unique purple, pink, blue combination that is happening right here. Love this one, but it's not even going to be, I mean, we got a big carat 71 here, 38 points in the diamonds, really frames that pear shape and then keeps it on going down the sides a bit. And it's really exquisite to see. You've got that beautiful look of that clarity as well. I mean, each and every one of these stones, down to the very start, from the Paraíba on down, they've all been very clean stones, and that's what's really remarkable. But here it is again, and a really unique piece, and that's for sure. And yet, great durability again. Really, it's about the mining. This is that newer fine. Malaya garnets usually are in a brown color. They're not all that pretty, I don't think, as far as a gem goes. I think really, again, the pinks and purples are a much prettier look. And I think as ladies who like jewelry that, you know, as accessories and not just about, you know, the rarity the stone brings, I think it's really, really important to have those colors there. And I'm going to make it less than, you know, I've got this whole $39.99 price. I want to try and make it a lot more affordable for you. We'll try it on. You can change the gold on this one as well. And please don't sleep on that cashmere, because I think there are some folks that do that thinking it's just a normal sapphire when it is anything but. But here is the last of our rare in our purple varieties. It's not $39.29 or $19.99. So here are some of the rarest stones we've ever offered. One back to back to back, and yet they're affordable too. So every one of them, that's the whole point. They got to go. It's what we're doing tonight. I got too many one of a kinds to sit here and, you know, expect to get more than cost. So you get a great value. We're going to fire this up for even better than $1,500. It is $1,499 only. And I have news. We're not done with the rare. Who's this for? Has she seen this one before? Oh, good. Well, I'm so happy that Karen in Utah, this is one stone that I adore because it's the lighter side of sapphires and it's that lavender color. So Karen in Utah, it's a brand new register. Hi, welcome to the show. We're going to show you that lavender sapphire coming up next, and then let me know who's got her Malaya for $14.99. Super, super duper rare, and so thrilled to bring it to you. Here you go. So this is a little add-on, and this is a little bit exciting to see that truly unique. Karen, I hope you don't mind, but it looks a little bit like a purple diamond. If you've ever seen one, this is exactly what a really, really good, rare, like super exotic purple diamond would be. This is the color you're getting. That periwinkle lavender meets blue. All together where there's still a bit of a neon element. I have to tell you a true story. There is, we've got a huge access to inventory. We've got a large gem, I want to say community almost, because I don't look at this as just inventory. I look at this as a gem community where we've been collecting as a network, as ownership has been in the gem, you know, business for 6 generations straight. We have collected and amassed an impressive collection of gems, no matter what family of gems you're looking for. The interesting thing is, I was tasked with about 6 months ago finding a lavender sapphire. And granted, there were some specifics, and it had to be a lavender sapphire in a certain size, and it had to be under a carat, and it had to be round. But I got to tell you, I got really, really familiar with our inventory, and I thought we must probably have 5 or 10 lavender sapphires to choose from. We had literally one, and you're looking at it. As far as a lavender, because what we've been seeing in purple stones, like we've had in the last 3, are more saturated. And that's what, and don't get me wrong, all purple sapphires, that means they have a vanadium content, so a purple sapphire is rare to find. But usually when you do find a purple, it's going to be a deeper, darker color. It's going to be more like an amethyst look. That is not what you're getting here. This looks like a purple diamond. It really does. It has those bright lilac tones. It is item number 1118846. It is the one and only like it. And truly, I mean that because I have kept scouring our inventory for literally months and looking for one other stone. I was just hoping to find around. Didn't happen. There was not another shade like this in all of our sapphire world, and this one comes with 67 points in diamonds. So you have this almost like, think of it like the double halo that we know and we love, but then we extend the diamonds out either side just a little bit, and they go out either side, and it's in the yellow gold, so it stays that way, and there is a ridiculous reduction in price for this stone. If you wanted it just for the stone, let's say you didn't love the mounting. I don't know, it's pretty classic, but if you didn't love the mounting, you still got to get it for the stone. It could be actually turned the other way, where the stone is more rare than the mounting. 67 points in diamonds is lovely, but the stone is far more rare, as I just kind of illustrated. This would be worth it for the mounting, because that's how dramatically it's been dropped. And this is a rare collectible. And one more thing, it's a $49.99 piece that we have dropped over the span of years now. It's been years we've been dropping this. It's amazing. It's even here at this point. It has got to go. I'm so glad that Karen just allowed us to bring this out, because it is a request and it wasn't scheduled, and I'm thrilled that a lot of you get to see it as a result. So if you are looking for that less traditional purple and you want something a little bit more exotic, this is it. If you've always thought about owning a purple diamond somehow, this would be the color you're looking for, and it's got that snap and brightness, and it's not even $49.99 or half that price at $2,500. Certainly it's not even $2,000. So we have just made a true, now set of 4 different purple stones, really, really affordable, far more than they ever should be. And this is not even $1,500. It's a carat 66. That is no small sapphire to get. And here's what it looks like on the hand. And get ready, because it's not even going to be 16 or 15 or 14 or $13.99. There is one, and you see how honestly the gold color doesn't matter all that much, because as you see it from the top and the center, it's only showing white diamond side to side. You can't even tell from looking at it straight on that it's in yellow gold. You have to really turn it all the way to the side and then move your fingers. That's really the only way to know. So even if, and I wouldn't say this often, but if you love your purple sapphires and you'd rather have white gold, I think this has enough diamond presence around it where it gives you that look. It is $12.99. First caller, and it looks like we got 4 people on the phone lines for it. So don't think that's going to last long for the world here, but $12.99, great value. Here's what it is up close again. So that'll be our one and only, and trust me, there's not another one to make like it. Can't even set out to custom make something for you, because we have no other stone of this shade, of this color, of this variety, and it's $12.99. So that's a one only, and we'll see who's got it. Looks like that's going out. Don't forget about our Kashmir, which was only $15.99 as well. You can take advantage of that. And then we have some really affordable earrings tonight. Oh, there's another magical stone. It's not going to be in the purple variety because we're going to leave that next. But it is an exotic turmaline. What is it going to take? What will it take to get that fabulous piece a home? I know that, I mean, color is something that's very much subjective. We all like different colors. But when I look at that stone, having been around gems for a while, there's not a lot of gems that are going to give you that color. And I know we don't see purple diamonds. So I can't say, hey, remember that purple diamond we had and how this looks just like it? We don't have purple diamonds. But they're just that rare. But this gives you that look up. It's a beautiful, bright, clean sapphire. It's so unique to get a carat 66. It's $12.99. It's one of the more affordable rings that I have to show you, and it's gone. Congratulations. I'm not going to introduce this at all. I'm just going to let this one announce its arrival. Check that out. That's a new one. And that's 1123889. What could that be? It's beautiful. It's striking. It's bright. And get ready, because we got top of the hours. We got top of the hours every hour coming up. We got the big pot of Eve I told you about. We got a big tanzanite emerald cut that's over 8 carats. And look at this. A 6 carat 73. This is a little bit of magic. Contained inside of a turmaline that we could call jaunite if it just had yellows, but we can see there's more than just yellow. It's not just yellow. There's peach. There's a little bit of golden orange tone. It's got a bridge mounting with big, big rows of diamonds running underneath it. Look at that stone. This is like the magic of a beyond Portuguese cut. Beyond that. Exquisite, isn't it? This would be, and it's funny as I look at it, let me go ahead and try it on for you. As you look at it, in person, I'm seeing even other colors that you don't see here on camera. Diamond weight is 86 points. Set in the yellow gold, I don't know if I'd change that at all, just because, well, look at how it just leads and drapes from that stone, which has so much of a golden tone to it. Look how beautiful and dynamic. It's like it's fluttering with brilliance. It's beautiful. And yet diamond-like, sure, but it's a tourmaline. Sometimes we see zircons when they're cutting around look very diamond-like. This is a tourmaline. They're supposed to have inclusions. They're supposed to be muddy. They're supposed to be dark, hazy, cloudy. Not this one. And that's why when you get that round cutting, oh, look at it. I see a little bit of green. When I was looking at it in person, away from these lights, It was giving a little bit of almost like a lavender pinky hue. I mean, really, really unusual. We'll get that in tourmalines because you do have those varied colors, right? We know that different tourmalines, there's thousands of identified colors, so sometimes they mix. And that's what makes this stone so unique and beautiful, and only going to be truly unique to you and your ring collection. And it's in the yellow, the white, or the rose, so we'll change it if you don't want to do that. If you want the yellow gold, great, it's tonal. If you want to contrast it with white, we'll do it. If you want to bring out some of the pinky golden tones, you can choose that too. But it's actually going to be a lot more affordable than even $79.99. The magic of this stone is everything. We're going to blow it out right now. And the very first caller, it's a brand new piece right here, right now. You get one chance at it. And if you wanted a 6-carat yellow diamond and you keep inquiring, do you have anything in big yellow diamonds? And the answer is always, we have a 301. And that's as big as they get. Actually, the 301 is in the house, but you know I won't show it, right? I mean, I've shown it a million times over, and I'm not a fan of. There's something going on with the setting. It's not right. And until they change it, I am not going to show it anymore. It's a little crooked. That's all I'm saying. I'm a perfectionist. I'm not going to try to, send out. It's a shame because it's our biggest yellow diamond. But the point is, I'm probably not going to have a 6 or 7 carat yellow diamond. So if you want that look, that aesthetic, but even more so, this is the way to go. This is the time. This is the moment. This is the stone. And you're not paying $79.99 or even half of that at $4,000. So bring on the values. We've seen them for 40 minutes straight, and that will keep on going. It is not even 4. It is not even 3. I'm making it $29.99 to one caller only. And then if you want this color, but much smaller, we got Imperial topaz. It's going to bring you goldens and pinks and yellows together as well. But it's going to be 96 points. So a very different deal. This one has got that big jumbo size we love, and only $29.99 with that bridge mounting, which is giving you rows and rows and rows of diamonds to go along with it. So huge value there, $29.99. Then we're going to show you, we do have a cat's eye chrysoberyl if anybody's interested, and a very, very important opal tonight. New one, free form. Love the price on this one. And then Alexandrite in a pendant, got that too. Okay, $29.99, verifying on this one. Let me try it on the hand one more time, just to see the size and the scale and the way that this variety gives you that wow factor. This is not just regular Portuguese cutting. It's almost like a distinctly magnified extra Portuguese cutting there. And you can actually, there's a nice kind of way that the sides of the ring are pretty much almost straight up and down. So if you want to stack around it, you certainly can. It's got almost like a squared off kind of finish to the sides. So if you are a stacker, just to point that out, you could. It doesn't really need any assistance on the wow factor. I don't think you need to add anything to it. It looks pretty darn good on its own, but $29.99 major collectible there. Tourmalines are rare, and especially when they get clean in large sizes and color mixes like that. It's like a party stone. Where the party at on a Thursday night? You know, it's right here. Okay, coming up. It always takes me back, like Thursday nights always take me back to like my college days. That was, especially the later college years, that was, yeah, year 8, year 9. No, just kidding. I didn't spend that much time there. But I did my 4 years time. I did my 4 years. And, Thursday was always the start of the weekend. Like that was it. That was when the weekend began. So I feel a little bit of that still today, that little bit of like, let's party on a Thursday night. Let's welcome in the weekend officially, and let's do it with Alexandrites. This is a tougher one to show just because it's a big block of metal, so it tends to get a little glary, okay? And it's item number 1123507. So I'm going to move it around a little bit, but are these two of the best Alexandrites you've ever seen? What normally just present as greens and blues on TV, those are downright purple. You still see a little bit of that green, but they were green just a minute ago, and then I put them in front of these particular lights, and it's turning purple. So two very premium Alexandrites set within these grooves of platinum. It's not gold, it's platinum. And it's 3507, and that's going to be a total of 25 points in your oval Alexandrite. So figure about 12.5 points apiece. And then big diamonds, 4 of those. That's going to be 8 points. So they're 2 points apiece. And see, look at that. Didn't even take math in college, being a journalist major. And, there you go. I'm still doing the math. But look at how beautiful. See, amazing how good at math I become when it comes to shopping, savings, discounts, sales, all that. My math gets really, really good. But this is where I know that you understand when we start to drop prices to prices that go too low, you get it. So let's throw in a platinum chain with it. I'm going to show it on the hand as I always do. Make sure you get a sense of the size here. So it's that bar style that we're seeing so hot in designer jewelry right now. Here is that chain that's coming with it. It's got that slide bar. So what that's going to do is allow you to adjust it. So it's going to be 18 inches maximum, but you can cinch it in as much as you want and play with that adjustability. Yes. Oh, good. Judith, I'm happy to hear that. Thanks for the call. Judith just called in. She received her fawn diamond. She says, it's beautiful. Well, I'm happy to hear that, Judith. Thank you so much for shopping with us. And let me also show you the measurement that you're getting here on this pendant. It is, let's see, 7/8 top to bottom. And again, everything is still flush. There's no prongage here. None of those stones are set into prongs. And again, I know it reads as a little bit like darker in color. It's just all the mirror finishing to that platinum. So you can see there slightly, it's all going to be that white metal we love. And then you see there how it's going to be that just size reference there. Everything is set almost like a channel. Think of it as a platinum groove that on either side is holding all 6 of those stones. So we love to see it. And again, really wearable too. I mean, really easy, wearable, not over the top as far as like too ostentatious for everyday wear. Just enjoy it, right? Just add. Or maybe you're a June birthstone coming up and you're going, what is she talking about? My birthstone has nothing to do with Alexandrite. It does. Remember, pearl is the kind of main classic birthstone for June, but Alexandrite is an alternative. So you've got that option as well. And this one's going to be $999 when we're throwing in a platinum chain with it. So you get the pendant, which is there with that great barred effect of platinum, and then you really see there's a little bit of that green and purple coming through in the back, and then this one up front, there it is. So those are round brilliant diamonds, the 4 of them, the oval Alexandrites, some of the most really saturated, and again, ultimate color change when they're already able to look purple here, and that one's just going to need me to help it out. So you've got a chance to pick it up, and yes, that chain, I'm just checking here, the chain will come off the pendant. So yes, if you are looking to maybe use that chain for other pieces, it could be your sterling silver, your white gold, that will work. So you can take it off that pendant and use it with other things, and that's a great sleek box link chain. So $999 gets that one to you, and then our turmaline is still here. How about a really affordable emerald or the new opal? We're going to show you a new opal coming up. We've had a field day with opals of late. We have loved showing you some of our best of the best in opals, so we'll see that coming your way. And then get ready. We got, turquoise earrings. I brought you basic studs yesterday. We're going to bring you some really opulent diamond designs today. But here is our opal. Freeform, wow. Okay, because this mounting is glowing almost as much as the colors of the opal are, and that is in a special finishing that they have done to this designer piece. This just makes me think lotus blossom. Anybody else getting that vibe from this piece here? Like a lotus blossom look. I didn't think that necessarily at first glance, and now I'm seeing it. It looks almost like a sideways lotus blossom, doesn't it? Oh, pretty. So like a floral, but not as overt as most florals are. 11231616 is your item number. It's a 18 karat gold, you can probably tell. There's a richness and a deep saturated buttery tone to 18 karat gold. So yes, 18 karat gold makes a difference, and it's a difference you can see. And then you have, well, where do we begin? Let's start with the big freeform opal, which is a huge stone. It's a 2 karat 51. That also is going to be flanked by 6 points in diamonds. So you've got one ribbon of gold that wraps around the outer edge. It's still the band that's going to have basically like a triple groove or a triple rib design, and then you see diamonds on this side. And then what are they doing? Is it enamel? This is actually the coolest thing, because actually when you satin finish or mattify a gold surface in 18K, it almost looks as if it's an enameling, doesn't it? It's so bright and glowy. For anybody who thinks satin finish isn't going to bring the glow, I would say take a look at this ring and it might change your mind. And yet everything is bezel set with that stone in the center, and we have one. Now, I know this is a relative term, but what if I told you that this is going to be affordable? What if I just said that's going to be an affordable ring? It's going to be affordable. Now, relative term, affordable for this ring could be $99.99 because it's a huge lightning ridge opal. So we could consider $10,000 affordable. $10,000 is affordable when you're talking about an opal of that size. This 2 karat 51, it's got all the colors. It's got a very distinctive pattern to it. So you could call that affordable. We are not going to call it affordable here because we have a different standard for value. You and I, we shop a little differently. That's why we're here together every Monday, every Wednesday, every Thursday, every Saturday, every Sunday. That's why we're here to shop, is to get you the value so you can have the finest in jewelry, never give up any quality, and yet celebrate the fact that you are a championship shopper. That's what this is about. And it's not going to be, finishing. Yes, it's finished in that 18 karat gold, about as solid as you can. And then let's take a look at it on so you can see this design. And do not forget, I mean, more affordable than $99. I just love the sections of color. Keep in mind, it's all one stone. This is one huge stone that's going to look more like a 5 karat, but look at the pinks and the goldens off to the left. That transition of blues almost looks a little bit like a painting, where you have the sunset in the distance and the water and then that beautiful shore with that green vegetation and those, you know, the flora and the fauna. I mean, it's really pretty. And that's only the half of it, because this stone is going to be a lot more personality and brighter in color in person. And yet it's not $49.99. We've got one designer piece. There is a ton of 18 karat gold in this ring, and it's not even $39, $29, even $19.99. I don't think anybody would have guessed that, because I know I didn't. I would have never guessed under $2,000, and better yet, I'm taking it lower than that. Going to make sure it goes, not even a shadow of a doubt that this is going to be gone to a collector right now. Not even 19, 18, 17. Should I stop? I should probably stop. That opal is enormous. You're getting a lot of gold. It's a premium gold, highest level you can make jewelry out of, 18K. It's not $17.99, $17.77. It's already gone. Jess, I'll tell you what, make it $16.99 for them. I have no shame in my discount game. That one is gone. Congratulations. And speaking of rare on discount, let's take a look at this. Imperial topaz. Welcome to the world here. Pink Imperial. My spheno. Item number 112-1807. Thank you on the opal. Enjoy it. And now we get into a round. Now, remember that tourmaline we had? This has a little bit even more pink to it. This is not regular Imperial, and there is no such thing really as regular Imperial. How dare I use that term? Because all Imperial is special. All Imperial topaz is valuable. All Imperial is rare. All of it. It's a natural, unheated, precious topaz. I'm going to get in real close because I want you to see the clarity of that stone, the amount of pink you're getting, the pinky golden tone. Is it just pink like a tourmaline that's pink? Is it just pink like a morganite? Nope. Is it just pink like a diamond? We've got one tonight. A pink diamond is here. Very excited about that top of the hour. It's coming. But this is the 96-point Ouro Preto. There's only one mine for it, so it all comes from that one mine in Brazil. But this is that extra exquisite material, and no, it was just a matter of, hey, they heated it more to get the color. That is not the case. This is usually yellow, golden, orange, and that's it. It takes a very, very, very unusual high-end stone to get any amount of pinks like this has. And yet 72 points in diamonds adorn it around it. It is a classic setting style. We call it one of our signature mountings. There are really two that are classified as signature styles. This is one of them, so I think you're going to have an icon here that you're going to be happy wearing for a long time to come. And this is what it looks like on. And if you want us to change the gold color, we will happily do so. We can make it in white or rose if you would prefer that. No problem. Say the word and let's make this better than $49.99. Another epic discount is coming your way. We got to move a few pieces before the top of the hour gets here in about 8 minutes. Look at the colors. And yet with the pinks that are dazzling, you still see a lot of light, bright light return. And that's important too. It's not $49. It's not $39.29 or $19.99. Here we go again. These values tonight, second to none, not even going to be. I know this is one of those really, really rare stones that a lot of people just have on the wish list, and it camps out there and it resides there. And everyone thinks, well, I'd like to have one, but maybe not in the cards. It is today. Yes? Flower, rose, pave, diamond. Oh, I know which ones. Yes. Diane, thank you for the email. It came into TVON. Yes, let me ask somebody in the back if we have those. I think you're talking about the rose earrings, Diane. and I'm going to see if we have them. I don't know. They're not always in stock, but we'll check for you. This is, okay, 2 people want it. Andy, did you hear my Diane's request there, Andy? We're looking for the rose earrings. So we're going to check and see if we have them for you. And we're going to make this better than 19, 18, 17, or $16.99? Yeah, let's do it. $15.99 instead for that one Imperial topaz that is just shy of a 1 carat stone. And Andy, did you get my request for Diane? Did you hear me? Or, okay, just one. Okay, we're looking for the rose earrings, the rose pave earrings. You know, the ones that match the ring that was so popular that we did in the, yeah, Omega backs. Thank you. This is sold. Congratulations. And then we've got one more thing. Just show you real quick. Look at this one. Ooh, emerald. Now, I know I have an emerald later, but just to let you know, I know it's like every single stone is just, whoo, look at that. The emerald that I have later is going to be this one, and it's going to be an oval. So a little bit different look. If you want to go traditional emerald cut, but square emerald cut, go here. This is going to be 112-1974. And this is the, whoa, 79-point Asher cut. And it has 56 points in diamonds to go along with it. Double halo there. Fabulous look. And we just need one caller because we're going to make this one a discount as well. And we've got 5 more minutes. And thank you for that request, Diane. We'll let you know as soon as we know if those happen to be in stock right now. We'll let you know yay or nay. But this one is going to be, ooh, let's make this a big value. First caller can have it. It's a $39.99 piece too. Want to get you a look at it on the hand before we proceed? Here's what it looks like. Watch the glow, because I know when you're up close, do not think, oh, I think I saw some kind of inclusion there. Well, it's an emerald, and it's natural from the earth out of Colombia. So there are going to be some inclusions in any emerald, naturally. Look at what that's doing, though. Look at how that's lit up right there. Straight on, distance away, and look what's happening with that stone. Isn't that amazing? Not even $2,000, not even $19.99, one only. This is the one you get. We can even change the gold color on this band. Of course, that would change the prongs as well, and the double halo prongs and all that setting. But it's not 19, it's not 18, 17. Everything's going, and for good reason. I promised you a discount on every last piece, including our best of the best in emeralds, and yet it's not 17 or 16.99. Blowing it out. $1,599 on the emerald right there. And look at that thing glow. It is amazing, isn't it? Is it just me, or I'm seeing letters in that stone? Just the way it's lighting up. It looks like there's neon letters lighting up within it. Like at first I see an A, then I see an H, and maybe that's why. Okay. A's and A, I see it. I see it glowing. Just that's what happens when those step facets glow that way. $15.99, only the one. Let's see who's got that one. And then, Tim, did you have a request for something that we're looking for or searching for, or were you just making a purchase? Oh, good. What would they pick up? The which ones? Oh, our nail hoops. Who was that? She got a nail ring too? Say your name one more time. Maria, thanks for shopping today. Thank you so much. You'll love the nail collection. I don't know if you have the bangle yet, Maria, but that's where it all started. And then she got the ring and the earrings tonight. Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you so much, Maria. We're so thrilled about that collection and your love for it. And needless to say, you're going to love them when they arrive. Let's talk one more item before our top of the hour gets here. And that is going to be a little special here. I want to show you this too. This is the big tansy I was telling you about. Oh, okay. You need reds? Anyone order some reds to their Blue Wing Black D in an emerald cut? It's tonight. It's tonight. It's happening. It's a nearly 8.5 carat, and it is coming up tonight. That's my only Blue Wing of the entire show. Sad but true. It's really happening, guys. And we have our little owl here from earlier, our birds. It was not a critter night tonight so far, but we have our owl. We had a little owl pendant. We had a little parrot pendant as well. They're both still here. And so, oh, Susan, they're $4.99, by the way. And we probably have them to show if you need to see them. So if anybody missed Sunday and you're going, I don't know what those nail earrings she's talking about. Well, they just debuted on Sunday. and they are still here if you'd like them. And we have all three gold colors, and they're only $499, and they're a half an inch, and they match the whole collection. So really, really special. And just a reminder, we also have this cashmere, which looks like this. This was another big value, same price, $15.99. So that cashmere sapphires don't normally get down to a price like that, so I wanted to just remind you that one's hanging out. And then we have, let's see. Oh, there's some new, we've got a whole little wheel. It's a little tiny trio, actually, of some really important unheated tanzanites. And so, okay, yeah, let me see if we can bring them out. Still awaiting, Diane, an answer on the flower, the rose pave earrings. I don't know if we have them. I know they're rarely in stock, so I would be surprised if they're here, but we are still checking. And then let me see. And I hope I didn't open my mouth too soon, but let me see if we have the nail hoops. I think they're here. So Susan, I'll be able to show those for you. And you know what, why not? That's a great idea for anybody who's, usually we have pretty different audiences on Thursdays and weeknights versus weekends, because they're, you know, late night versus early morning. So it's kind of a different audience sometimes. So it would be probably good to recap those if you missed our Sunday show. So we'll try to do that. And then here we are about a minute away from the top of the hour. And yes, that big oval emerald will be a coming. So we'll have that for you as well. Plus I want to start the hour with pink diamonds after we get all these requests taken care of. We will do that. And then if you need the cashmere, look at that $15.99. Remember, a mine that hasn't been mined, hasn't been active mining in over 100 years. And it's in our 82-point bridge. And it's also in any gold color you want. You don't have to even leave it in the yellow gold. You can get it in any gold you need. That's a very important piece. I don't know how. That's why I'm recapping. I'm not one for recaps typically, but when it's something that good that's still here, I feel like it's necessary. So Andy, we're also looking for the hoop earrings that we had on the nail hoops that we debuted on Sunday. I think a lot of people missed those. And is that what you're waiting on, Tim? Are you waiting on something? A request? Okay. All right, so I'll keep the cashmere. That's no problem. I can keep that. And then here we go. Green sapphire, winds of sapphires. They're here too. Top of the hour though is, it's arrived, it's here. We're so excited. So this is gonna be a big night ahead, everybody. Don't think about going anywhere tonight. You might miss something special. You might miss something big time. You might miss a big pink diamond. Good thing is you're here. Welcome to the show. Glad you're with us tonight. It's Thursday. We are live from Los Angeles. I'm Lauren Blair, TVON, and we're awfully excited about this next item. Top of the hour. I like to start with something really, really special. And yes, all those requests, guys, if we have them, we'll bring them out. I know we have a busy phone bank right now, so it doesn't leave us anybody to go run back to inventory and go raid the safes. But we will do that. I'll get you updated on all those pieces that are coming up. But look at this. It's been a minute since we've seen anything like this. And no, there's not a new arrival or a new parcel or a new collection. Just this one stone, because here's what's been happening. And I wanted you to see it because I'm a real stickler about quality of pink diamonds in particular. I'm really, really finicky about these pink diamonds. It is the nature of the pink diamond world. It's the nature for them to be really light. Now, I feel obligated as a gal who just likes the color pink in any form, in any way, and shape and variety. I feel obligated that when nature provides us with a rare, rare, rare natural pink diamond, I decide to not accept each and every one of them at face value. I really, really want a certain level of quality, because here's the whole problem. If a pink diamond does not have enough pink to it, then it's going to end up looking like a white diamond. Maybe even a not so great white diamond if it's just got that little bit of body color and you can't tell what color it is. That is why, and I understand, and we all probably understand, that pink diamonds are lighter. They are lighter material. There's not going to be those big vivacious hot pinks. They're not going to be fuchsias. They're not in that color way. That's just not how we derive them from the earth. So when you're looking for a pink diamond, it's going to be a lighter saturation in color anyways. However, you want to get as much saturation as possible so that you don't wind up with that, is it a white diamond, is it a pink diamond dilemma? This is very clearly that really strong color that almost reads more lavender pink than anything else. It also is a nice size. This is not going to be little teeny tiny, because truth be told, even a 1-pointer is considered large in the pink diamond world. A 2-pointer, a 5-pointer, a 10-pointer, those are big pink diamonds. That's how rare and limited this is, especially since the Argyle mine has closed. That was years ago now. It was the #1 prominent, prolific source for good, high quality, fancy diamonds. The blues, the best greens, the best pinks, they came out of that source. So as we look at this one, and as you see this pink, which is 1123896, and we've been pretty much without them for so long. That's because they're just gone. We're not holding back. We don't do that. We're not putting them aside and saving them up as much as that's kind of what the rest of the world's doing. Is we are just saying, here's the deal. We've had a lot of you asking for more pink diamonds because we've been without. Yes. Oh, good. Thank you. The Alexandrite necklace just sold. Congrats on that. Thank you so much. And we are looking at our 19 pointer. So it's a just shy of 1/5 of a carat. That is a big deal to get in the pink diamond world. And it's also 18 points in the pink diamonds that go beside it. That's 2 halos first of the pink diamonds, followed by another halo of white diamonds, which is 35 points. And you put it all together. You got 53 points in your side diamonds. You got another total diamond weight here is 72 points all together. It looks great. It's amazing. It's rare. It's easy to wear. This is not that oversized, over-the-top piece. It's classic, but we make it with that really unique triple halo. We really do take what is always going to be a smaller stone, unless you're going out and robbing the museum that's got the big pink what have you, or maybe you got lucky enough to go to the auction house and bid on the world famous name stone that was like $83 million or whatever, right? Those are a little more, I would say, obscure, a little tougher to own. So if you're getting a smaller pink, it's lovely to add to the look like this. And where you've got the match, where I would say even your center stone, which is so rare, is a little bit darker and richer and saturated in color than your side double halos, that really makes it special. And all of this is happening, take a look at it on the hand so you can see what I'm talking about. It's a classic. If you wanted to gift that because you are really feeling generous, but you'd like to be even more generous than you can be, right? I think we all want to be, right? We all want to be like super generous, but sometimes the budget gets in the way and we have to, you know, kind of reel it back in. But this is where you could really truly give something opulent and rare and specialty as it gets, and yet not have to break the bank because you're watching TVON tonight. And since it's been so long since we've seen any significant size pink diamonds, I really wanted to try and make this extra affordable. Extra, extra, extra affordable. And I don't mean the $59.99 that is set to be priced tonight. That's where it's supposed to go. That's where it's supposed to be. I really want to wow you, especially with the top of the hour just arriving here. We've seen a lot of great one-of-a-kinds go out the door early tonight. That's going to continue to happen. But here we are in something we have not seen in a very, very, very long time. And it's a good size. And it's met my very strict standard for quality of color, for saturation of color. I don't want to bring it unless it's going to be that top level, and this is. It's achieved it. It's there. All that's going on. The triple halo around it, classic as can be as far as the setting goes. And it's not even going to be $59.99. Let's take it and put it on the auction block to make it a lot more affordable for you. That's what because I know it's been so long, and I know it's your requests that have made this happen. They actually, this was not even the stone that was acquired in a parcel of their collection in the last few years. It was actually a stone that came out of the private collection of ownership that's actually been hanging out there for about 3 decades. So again, and isn't that nice that when you shop here, it's not just your pre-made stock jewelry, it's we see and hear from you the demand. We know what our current inventory holds. We have demand for something that we don't have. So we think, well, we've got access to one of the most important and truly unparalleled gem collections in the universe. Let's go back and pick a stone out of that collection and bring it to you in a piece of jewelry. And then, oh, I get the fun job of standing up here on TV and just discounting it and just saying, hey, no matter how rare or special it is, I'm going to make it affordable for you. And you don't have to leave home. You sit back, pick up the phone, say, bring it to me, or at least send it to me, right? And that's it. Suddenly you own one of the most important stones you can own as a gem or diamond collector, and you get it for less than it ever should be. Now that is kind of TVON in a nutshell, right? That's how we operate. Thank you so much. We have both requests. So Diane, rose earrings are next. And then Susan and anybody else, the nail hoops are coming up after that. Yay! So $59.99, this is not going to be. I thought what we'd do to open it up to everybody, and I mean everybody, is put it on the auction block, but also not starting at just $4,500. I mean, that's a nice discount. I like a $1,500. Somebody's going to give me $1,500 back on something I really, really want. Great. Thank you. I'm going to be profusely thankful to you. But if if we can do better and open up the door to more collectors out there, then that's what I think really gets me going. So how about a better than 45? And I know it's been a while, so maybe we need to kind of revisit what pink diamonds go for or where they're valued at elsewhere. But this is not going to be $45 or $4,000 or $35 or $3,000 or $2,500. We're getting awfully low on a very important individual center stone right there. Never would you get a saturated cushion cut square like that is. Do you see the lavenders? Because I know that's why I was proud to bring this one out. Now, granted, there was a reason that it was in the private collection in the first place, and that was because of the color. That was the reason why. That's why it was set aside some time ago, and we're talking long before TVON existed, long before there was a shopping network to show things to you, long before those days. This was set aside. So now we need to find a home. And you know what? I know it's been a while. It's with just it's human nature that the longer it is since we've seen something, sometimes, even though the demand may be high, sometimes we get a little bit lost or a little bit confused as to where the pricing should be. So if I just make this ridiculously low to where you know instantaneously, that's just too good a value. And when have you ever said that's too good a value? Because we like values. We all, as shoppers, want a value. And when you have a value on something that is not currently discounted, not really currently available, there's some sources out there, but they're not great sources, meaning they don't produce really high quality material, and that's the challenge right now. Not just with pinks, but with all your colors, the blues, the greens, the yellows, the brown diamonds, all of them. They are a challenge right now to get anything in a finer quality. So when you're getting this piece, just know that it's here. It's now. We've heard your demand. We know we've been without. We know we've been all waiting and kind of hoping and holding on hope, and here it is. And so instead of $25 or even $2,000, that's a wonderful value. True story, there was a pink diamond the other day on a show planned for the show. I did not show it. You know why? It was 1 point bigger, so it was a 20-pointer exactly. It was, and it wasn't even the value. The value was $89.99. Fair enough. It was a 20-point stone, $9,000. You know why I didn't show it to you? And call me out if you must, but I did not show it, even with all the demand we've been getting for pink diamonds. Why? Because the color was not there, not for my liking. I did not show it. 20-pointer, $9,000. I did not show it. And now, this is the end result. We still want to bring you a pink diamond. I never showed the 20-pointer, and now you're getting an opportunity to get 1 point shy. That's not going to make any visual difference, and yet that's going to be the better color, the color that I think that you should have if possible, and yet it's not even going to be $2,000 because we're still awaiting an open, and maybe, I don't know, did we not think tonight was the night for a pink diamond? How would ya? You'd never expected to be here. We've been without for months and months at a time, and instead of even $2,000, I really want to make it, I do want to get it a home. I really do. I want to make this the value that does not allow it to stay here. It's probably one of the last pink diamonds we'll ever see. I mean, we still have a Curator 9 floating around, but this has got to be one of our last. And I'm not even asking $2,000. Let's go. Let's make it $1,500 to start. I was tempted to just try 19, but we're actually going much lower than that. 15. And it's going to be a $10 increment. But that's going to require an open. Doesn't really matter on the increments until we get the open, and we don't have that. So let's just give you a last look. Remember, 72 points in total weight here overall. We've got a whole earring parade coming up. We've got the rose earrings with the pave. We've got the hoop earrings if you missed them over the weekend. And we are looking for an open at $1,500. Okay, so $9,000 was the price tag on a 20-pointer just maybe 2 days ago. Oh, one more thing to mention, it was in the same mounting. So if you're thinking that maybe that was so much more money, $9,000, because it had, I don't know, 4 carats and diamonds around it, no, it was actually in the same exact mounting. But the color of the pink in the center was not acceptable to me. We have no open. Let's move on. Rose earrings are coming up. This is Diane's request, although I know that I almost hesitate to say that because I think a lot of people bow out when they hear someone else's request. Let me just make clear, this is the piece we have several of, and I'm just so happy it's in stock. So these are the rose earrings that were developed after we made the ring to start. So this one, 15, no open. All right, let's move. Okay, I've heard you loud and clear. The silence is deafening. Let's go ahead and show this. The Omega back rose earring. I adore these. Wait till you see the way they look on. 111-2926. Many of you may have the ring. That is how it started. It began with a ring, and you know, we do a lot of rings, mostly rings. We don't just make earrings to go with every single ring, but we're going to happen to see two back to back here that are just that. They are companion pieces to create a suite for pieces that, what's going on? The phone lines just went crazy. What's happened? Did I say something bad? What? Oh, it's an open? Maybe. Hold on. So we just got a flurry of phone calls. I think maybe it's a delayed reaction to that auction. Is it? Or are we waiting on the rose earrings? So it could be, if you're looking for this one, boy, look at those earrings. That's a big earring when you see it in perspective with the pink diamond. If you would like this pink diamond, do we just want to revisit the auction? Or is it just, wait, who's on this one? Are we on rose earrings? Are we on the ring? I'll tell you what, if anybody wants this pink diamond, we're just going to give it 60 seconds here, Tony. We may have the open, we may not have the open. And I've spent enough time on it. But I do want to remind you that if you are a collector of rare stones, and I never say to just buy it because it's a deal. I really, really discourage that. But if you are a collector of rare stones, and you like the idea of getting exotic diamonds, and you want something maybe you don't have yet, this is the way to go. It is $1,500. We may or may not have the, I tell you, we can't verify anymore at this point because we have about 30 seconds already ticking down. I'm just going to sell it for $1,499 to the very first caller that says yes. The very first caller can get it. So we have it for, forget about the open, forget about $1,500. This is just going to be a $1,499 deal to the first caller that says yes. And it is unheard of to see a value like that with a pink diamond. I almost said yellow diamond because that would be, and just for the record, yellow diamonds are great, but yellow diamonds are not as rare as a pink. So a pink diamond is far more rare. And to be able to get that pink diamond that is just shy of 1/5 of a carat, a 19-point stone, when literally, what was it, 4 days ago, I think it was Saturday, I was supposed to show you a 20-pointer that was $9,000, $9,000. And it did not have this color. The color was not to my liking, so I scrapped it. And, I mean, I didn't scrap it. It's here somewhere. It's okay. The ring was not harmed. But I did not show it to you. I did not put my heart and soul into describing it to you because it wasn't just right. It was lacking something. And it was lacking, really, the color strength that this has, that now this is one of our better values we've ever seen. I'm talking historically. Even when we had these every single day, even when we had smaller little individual baby pinks and all of that, guys, that was more money way back in the day when we had them all the time. You can get this ring for $1,499, and that is next to nothing for that center stone all by itself. If you wanted to just collect that center stone, you're living. That's the value on just a center stone. Let's give it 60 seconds down. So I've now revealed what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the auction. We're not going to wait and do the auction open and beg for an open and then do 2 minutes and then finalize it and then worry about can we get everyone through. We're just going to go ahead and give our first caller the price of a lifetime on a pink that looks like that, triple halo, classic design, $6,000 ring. I don't even know why it was that cheap. I mean, $6,000 is a cheap price for that ring. The fact that I just did what I did, do I have to say it? I mean, it's emblazoned on your screen there in bright red numbers. I'm sorry, I just saw the air conditioning unit thing. Do not touch. Yes, do not mess with the very temperamental air conditioning unit. All right, but here we are. It was 95 degrees at my house today. That's crazy for April, right? 95 in April? Ooh, I can't wait for July. August is going to be fun. It's going to be like 212 degrees. I don't know. I mean, you never know, Tony. It's crazy. We got rain. We got that rain thing going on. It's still raining now this weekend. What's going on? Can't go from 95 to 50 in rain. It just in a one-day span, but it's happening. All right, so this is $14.99. Let's move on. Rose earrings are waiting in the wings. They are just waiting here. Center, stage, left, waiting to just creep on in. Well, my left, your right. There they are. They're coming in. They go with everything too. This is like your really, really classic earring, and then it's all diamonds, but done in such a specialty way. It matches the ring to perfection. That is where it began. This was a pave, 1 carat of 1 diamond ring that still is popular to this day whenever we bring it out. But this was the earring that I know it gets kind of fancy because it's got a carat 74 in diamonds and it's in the rose design. And of course, they're so big. We made them with the omega backs. A post and butterfly backing simply would not do. So we created with this omega back, which you'll see here. What is an omega back? Well, it's still for pierced ears, so don't think it's for the clip earrings. It's not that. It's going to have that post for your piercing, but then also that really comfortable larger hinge, which just rests so well against the back of the lobe. And then makes sure that a bigger, heavier, wider earring like this with a big diameter like that it makes sure it's going to sit out facing the world to perfection. Yes. Inside of the pink diamond, sure, here it is. This is the inside of that ring. This is how it's built from the inside. You see it's a basket that actually is going to be your centerpiece that holds that triple halo, and then your center, there's that profile. And then that basket has a lot of cutout detail with scroll work, so you can access, get a lot of stones, a lot of light there. And then, of course, that great finishing on the inside. So two-tone gold, definitely recommended on that one, and that one's $14.99. And here we are with the rose earrings, which are by request, and anybody can get them, and they're white, yellow, or rose. And you got to see the overall diameter this is going to bring. This is really fabulous material. And wait till you see, and then we're going to bring out the nail hoops for anybody who missed them on Sunday when they debuted, which is very exciting. So here is the really, really special rose earring, and that's what it's going to look like. Notice how you don't see that closure at all, nor are you going to see it when it's on the ear. Otherwise, that would not be proper. So here they are, and it's almost 3/4 of an inch, not quite. I would say 5/8 or so. Top to bottom, but the details, the intricacy, the design, the pave that weaves in and out on these very dimensional petals is what makes it. And it is the perfect match. From scale to design, it is the perfect match to the ring. So rest assured, if you have our rose ring with a carat 1 in diamonds, this is the perfect match in the way it's designed, the way the petals actually have their curves and their points. See how some of the petals are a little more curved and others are more pointed. Little bit of like asymmetry like a true to life floral would have. And then I just like to make sure that it's kind of straight when I put it on. I just kind of do it without a mirror, but you see how there's that great angle, and do you see what they're doing? They do have a little bit of drop. Now this just depends on where your ear piercing is. Mine is a little, it's seen better days. It's a little lower than it started out as when I was 12 or 13 years old. Trying on, jewelry for a living will do that for you. But this is where, again, you see how it could, depending on where your piercing is, the post is towards the top, but you still see it's got piercing coverage, and the post is towards the top. So when you actually have it on, in my case, it's going to give a little bit of drape. It doesn't sit up here, it sits a little lower. So just keep that in mind. I'll show you the inside of the other so you can see what I mean by where that post is. But it's really meant to be like a bigger button style earring, sits closer to the ear, not really a drop in that it's got movement, but they look amazing. And the most important thing is the way they face out. All the diamonds are facing out to the world, but then when anybody sees the profile of the earring, they're seeing all that amazing design and detail. Back to the wheel we will go, and I'll tell you what we've got. It's a new reduced price. This obviously was not even planned or scheduled for the show. I do want to show you what I mean by this is where it hinges at the base. You can see it is finished on the inside. You've got solid mirror finishing to that gold on the interior. See how the post is not at the very tippy top, but it's towards that upper edge. I remember these at $49.99, so imagine my surprise and my appreciation and thanks for you requesting them, because they're not even $49.99 right now. Not even close. They're not even $2,000 for our rose earrings. What a look they give. And there is a designer who does a very similar look. Obviously, everyone does florals. Florals are not indeed groundbreaking, right? Florals for spring. It always makes sense. And everybody who makes jewelry is going to make some type of floral jewelry. However, this one really happens to coincide aesthetically with a very big designer look where they can cost you $38,000 for the same kind of size. And I'm not even sure if their stones are VS. I sure hope they are for $38,000, but I can't actually say one way or the other for sure. I hope so. But this is better than even $19.99. And then the nail hoops are coming up. These are going to be $1,888 if you want our rose earrings. A way to do a bigger stud, but a button style with personality, with femininity, right? The year-round floral you wear that always works. You don't have to have the rose ring for this to work really well with it either. You can just add this to a really special collection that is diamonds. It does not have to be specific or matching up to the ring, although we know a lot of you have the ring and love it. We know historically the ring has been extremely, extremely popular. So we're thrilled to bring you the rose earrings. So thank you, Diane, for the request. We'll keep on moving. We've got the hoops. We're going to try to make this fast since I know these are pieces you know for the most part. And now we have a really beautiful, the completion. I don't think there's going to be another add-on to this collection. This set, which started as the Nailed It bangle, evolved to a ring, and then has now evolved to what should be our final installment here, is the nail hoop. But I do want to set it up first because sitting on a wheel is a little complex with this wraparound design. So here they are, debuted on Sunday. We have just a couple pairs left and all limited in white, yellow, or rose. So you got to let us know quickly which one you prefer. There is a left and a right design. So let me show you how this works if you've got them side by side, as they will be obviously symmetrical to your facial features. Here's how you can wear them. You can either wear them with the nail head towards or away from the face. So I'm going to crisscross and hold these tweezers at the same time, which, let me just show you here. This is going to be that nail hoop design that is going to be a curved post, click enclosure. Technically, you could reverse them if you want to, but with the twisting design in the front and the way, think of it like we have bypass rings, but think of it almost like a bypass in an earring. Even though your post is going to be behind the diamond encrusted nail head, it's going to have that look where it coils and wraps from the front. And that is why there is a left and a right design. Now I have all three gold colors, so let me know if you need to see the rose or the white gold. But here's what we're going to offer. And just a reminder that they look fabulous. They're a ½ an inch in diameter, so they are still around. You definitely want to see them on because they're beautiful on. And they do have a little bit wider. It's not just the fact that they have that, you know, beautiful kind of tire finish in the way that they're a more cylindrical style, but they have the little etching to the point of the nail there. Very, very status, very designer. Then they've got the pave that do go all the way around the nail head edge. And then you're going to see one on, and they're amazing, and they're so easy. It's just a way to do still classic in its style. There's no doubt about it. It's a hoop earring. It's a ½ an inch. But compared to the more traditional basics that you might have already, it still gives you a very, very different look, and that look happens to be really high-end designer as well. So this will be, and I'm so excited that you have opportunity, just a little encore presentation by request. I know that Susan can't be the only one who missed them on Sunday and needed a second look, but the whole idea is we're going to make it really, really affordable, and that was always our goal with the entire collection. So we've got them on to take a look at here just to see, and I know it's a little tough because they pick up a lot of glare here when I'm kind of, you know, in this darker shadowed area, but you can see where, again, you can choose to kind of sit them back a little bit, and then you see how it's wrapping and coiling where the nail point is off to that outer side. I kind of like this with the head of the nail up close, and then you get that little flare out. So they're under $1,000, and that's the beautiful part about this earring. And yes, the perfect match to the ring and the bangle, which so many of you are loving and already own. Let's go back to the wheel, take another look. It's not even going to be, though, $9.99 for the pair. And so if you are lucky enough or really are loving the collection you had thus far, or maybe you're just an earring lover, or you're like me and you're a hoop collector, this is the way to get something with that still. It's not that different design that you're going to think, am I ever going to wear those? It's a classic. Classic in its style, classic in its shape, classic in its look, classic in its length. However, really just with that designer detail that makes it so recognizable. And it's $499 for the pair instead. So do you know if, Diane, if those were the earrings Jess she was looking for? Do we know? Perfect. Oh, I'm so glad, because when I thought flower, Oh, good. Diane, the requester, got a pair. What color did she get? Did she go for the white? Very good. Thank you so much. Thanks, Diane. Well, I'm so glad we got the right earrings. And then if you want the hoops, they're here, $4.99. Just wanted to let you know. Okay, coming up, we're going to be moving on. We got a big, big emerald. And I hope our pink diamond found its home. And Anita, if you happen to be watching and can hear me, I got your request. We'll get busy on that tomorrow. So we'll start working on your special request tomorrow morning. And then here we go. There's another omega back earring with turquoise and diamonds tonight. So you've got another chance to pick up some omega backs like our flower earrings were. You know, we are at the halfway point of the show, so perhaps maybe it's time to do the grand unveiling. of this one, the blue wing, Balakti, right here, and now with unbelievable, bright, just incredible sheets of red and pink and fuchsia on top of blues and purples and exquisite neons. And what, is this the same requester? Wonderful. I didn't know this. Well, Diane, apparently she wanted to see the ring too, right? We have it. So real quick, hold that thought on the tansy. And we're just going to show the ring. I just realized she wanted to see the ring to go with the earring, and here they are. So here's the ring, and I've got two varieties to show you. Here's the white, here's the yellow. Really, the top with the pave does not change one bit. It's just the band. I mean, there is still going to be a setting, which is going to be white, yellow, or rose. We can do the rose and the rose, if you get what I'm saying there. But I want to show you side by side, because I'm sure that's the next question is, can you show me side by side? I know you said there's a scale, but prove it. And here we go. This is the ring. This is where it all began, the rose design. And here is the earring side by side with the ring, so you can see how that white gold and white gold match up. So do you see what I mean with scale being the same? It's that same size, which is why you're getting that beautiful look. Now, the difference is we finished, the really only difference that's visual is we finished the interior, the very center point of the ring floral we did with a diamond. And so that's the difference. And then here we have, okay, white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold. This is going to be a different item number, and we're just going to recap. We're kind of going backwards here in the way that they actually debuted. This is where it all began. I love this ring stacked, Diane. I know that's not everybody's deal, but I love it stacked. It is really cool. You never would think in a million years looking at it that it would stack as well as it does, but if you want to like jigsaw these together, oh, it's so cool to do so. It's item number 1114525 on the rose ring. It's an icon. It also follows along with a status style that's at a major designer, and it's a 101 diamond weight, and it has the same details where all that pave goes every which direction. It truly is this dimensional piece where you see this almost ruffle-like petal design where it's blooming, and it's got these diamonds that are even set within, so that really nothing besides the very, very center point interior, nothing is not covered in pave. Talk about a complicated piece. I think a lot of people who aren't in the jewelry business don't really think much about the complications of handcrafting jewelry. So even the most basic rings may not seem like a big deal when it is. And then I look at a piece like this and just think this is the perfect time to just give a big thank you and shout out to our amazing setters, our amazing jewelers, our bench jewelers who are creating these pieces every day for you, because pieces like this are incredibly time consuming, very tough to do, take a great deal of patience to create. It is tough to get in, especially with the little nooks and crannies of the petals like this has, to get in there in pave. Pave is tough to do on one flat surface, let alone in a deal like this. And it's going to be better than even, well, $29.99. I only have a couple in white, a couple in yellow, and two in rose gold. That's it. We're going to make it $999 if you want the ring. And most importantly, you want to see it on the hand, right? Here it is in the yellow gold. And anywhere on the hand, I will just point out, I'm going to put on both at the same time, just so you can see how it looks on different fingers, because obviously it's not a little tiny itty bitty floral. It's got a full carat 01 in diamonds. It really packs a punch. And so you're getting this a little bit elevated, but not too far off the hand, so you can see how wearable it's going to be, but also stacked. Watch this. The magic that happens here, I just can't say enough about this. If you want to actually put a couple together and they actually, would you have ever imagined that? When we say stack, we don't mean going down the hand, but actually kind of, again, just kind of nestled together. That's two together, and that's really easy to wear, and no, that's not creating any interference with side fingers at all. And it's only $9.99 to get over a carat in diamonds in your rose. These are entirely too big for me, so that's why they're kind of tempting to, you know, fly off my hand here, because they're both about 7s or 8s. But it's, again, it's just a matter of getting your favorite. I've even known a few of you to get all 3 gold colors and then stack them together, because you can stack up to 3 or 4 or 5. I've had 5 on at a time when I had the opportunity to. So it's a great value, and you can see there I've got them facing the same direction, but see how this side has the more rounded petals and this side has the more pointed petals. So there's that asymmetric design we were talking about, which just makes it true to life. So very lifelike in the floral, and we'll give it a final 30 seconds, and thank you for that request, Diane. And yes, goes beautifully with the earrings as well. So $9.99, 30 seconds left, and for everyone who owns it, good to see an old friend, right? An old friend, and realize there's that value we love that, again, we love to bring you. So coming up, we're going to show you the brand new tanzanite, the emerald cut, the 8 carat and a half, Blue wing block Ds, I'm going to make it a point now. I will, you heard it here first. I'm going to have to make a point to, at the beginning of every show, let you know where we stand on tanzanites, what we have for that day, and, well, yeah, as soon as we know when it's the last, we're going to show you. Here's what I have. I know we're in our last handful of stones. I've got a very large emerald cut, 1123874 is next. Thank you for that request. Call us on the florals. Here we are. Back to the tanzanite we go, because I know after seeing this now once with a little flash, once where we're getting into it, now we're all ready for the power that is this exquisite 8 carat 46. And again, the magic really happens when you see it directly at face value. That is where you see why we all fall in love with a blue wing block D, only here, TVON exclusive, best that has ever been mined, and there's only one mine to get it from, and it's unlikely we ever see it come from any other source on the planet. Yes. Oh, good. Did she get a matching ring? Fabulous. Thank you so much. Well, it's just, that was all just a private showing for her. Isn't that great? She got all, and that's what we encourage you to do. We got 90 minutes left. If you have anything you want to see, never hesitate to call in, interrupt the live show, and say, here's what I want to see. And here we are with our 846, and we know there's a lot of people who want to see what we've got left. It's not too late, but we're getting towards that finish line where it is time to get in on your blue wing block D tanzanite. It is a full 39 points. Now, that may not be enormous, but this is purposely done to make it look like a 3-stone ring. We can't only just show tanzanites that have 2 carats in diamonds or 1.5 carats in diamonds or even 1 carat. We have to have those simple, those classic, those straightforward, those iconic designs like this is. It's giving the look as if it's a 3-stone ring because it ends up looking, watch this on the hand, like it's got a big trillion cut diamond on each side. Here's what it looks like. And again, I'm going to kind of anchor it as best I can here. But no matter how I move it or how it turns or how it shines, the thing I like to point out first about these blue wing block Ds, and I can't say it about every one of them, in the emerald cuts is where the color does not ever diminish. The saturation level, the neons, the reds, the bright blues, the neon violets never diminish. Look at that. And it ends up looking like you got a big trillion cut diamond on each side, which if they were individual diamonds would be about a 2 carat, 2.5 carat, then you'd end up with 5 carats total weight, and then you're looking at, whoo, big money, like 6-figure big money. We're gonna do something wild right now. And I know it's one of our last, and we know how many of you want the emerald cuts. They're elegant, they're striking, they have this, there's a posh visual that an emerald cut, I believe, gives you. And I've never met anybody, obviously we all have our favorite cuts. Any person you talk to who knows jewelry and gems or diamonds is gonna say, I know exactly what my favorite cut is. It might be a round, might be a pear, might be a marquise, might be an oval, might be a cushion. But if your thing, if you're all about the emerald cut, and I can speak as someone who is all about the emerald cut, I will never forget long before I was in the jewelry business, when I saw my first emerald cut diamond, I was probably far too young to be admiring diamond rings. But I remember my aunt got a beautiful emerald cut diamond, and I just couldn't stop staring at this diamond. And it was a simple classic solitaire setting. And why I was, probably at the time I was probably 6 or 7 years old, and I just remember it so vividly. There's something about them. There is something about them, and they are just exquisite. And I wear one every day, and I got to tell you, the way that they play with the light, diamond or tanzanite, this is what you're getting. This is what an emerald cut is going to give you. This is why, even if it's not already your favorite, could become your favorite cut for a gem, especially when it is combined with the best of the best tanzanite in the world, which is blue wing block D, and this is our museum reserve. And you see how it's winking at you. I'm just purposely moving it side to side so you can see how even some of those interior walls, I will call them, those what are really step facets, light up at different times, and some are those bright, bright flashes of light, some are more hot pinky fuchsia, some are all the way just pure reds. This is what's so tough to find in a tanzanite. I think that this one was actually, was this the one that was on? Yes, this is the one that was on reserve. I remember this now. It's coming back because, yep, this is the one. Yep, I see the notes here. This is the 846. It was actually on the air, and it was on hold, and I know what it sold for. It sold for $99.99 as, ooh, an upper echelon, almost 10-karat wood. It's a $99.99 deal. It was on hold for quite some time, and it's been released. Didn't leave us, and this is where you get a chance to own it right now, and boy, is my job to make it a lot more affordable than $99.99, and I will. We only have an hour and 20 minutes left. I know this is our only tanzanite of the day, of the whole show. We're getting down to it. There aren't a lot of opportunities left from here on out to get anything for you in Blue Wing Block D. It is now or never time, and especially, hear me out, my emerald cut lovers out there. If you are a lover of this stone, of this cut, even if you're new to it, but you're intrigued by it, and you see it, and you watch how it lights up, and you're intrigued, get one. Get one. Remembering that you, of course, have a money-back guarantee as well. You have that money-back guarantee. So keep all that in mind as you look at the stone and realize that we still want you to get it at home and then decide. You're making a decision here. It's like a prelim decision. It's your preliminary. You get it home, you try it out. Trust me, I'm going to make it a lot easier than $99.99 to do so. And then you decide. Then you have the moment to figure that out. Is it for you? Because I believe if you're new to this cut, I believe you are going to fall head over heels in love with it. I really do believe that, especially in tanzanite. There are certain stones that just certain stones and certain colors and certain looks are going to play better in certain cuts. This one I absolutely adore in an emerald cut. So here's what we got to do, because that price is not making anyone excited, and we got to get you there. So how about we take it much lower than $99.99? I'm feeling what? Should we auction it or blow it out? It's kind of been a blowout day. Even my auction wasn't really an auction. You know, it was like an auction that didn't take. You got it. We're going to do this. There's one little bit of guidance here. And I think it has to do with the fact that it looks like this one, you know, we got some pricing that we understand is where it sold before. So we know what made somebody happy before. But we're not in a position to hold on to any blue wings with the demand there is right now. We can't be holding on. We got to release them to all of you. And then in the next couple days, when we're done and done and done, over. So how about this? Not going to be $9,000, $8,000, $7,000. I'm pricing it. There is a should be starting at $6,500 on an auction. We're going to change it up. And you know what that means? You have actually less time to figure it out or to get in. That's the thing. If it's just going to be a blowout price, and this will be, you don't have all the time in the world to think about or consider it. You got to go now. You got to be on the phone lines ready to go, because when this price goes up here, that's the open auction where it should be and where it should start, and then we let you battle back and forth. Instead, we're going to go a lot lower. Watch this. It's not 65. It's not 6,000. It's not 55. Remember, I am just pricing it to sell. We got to move quickly because we only have about an hour and 20 minutes left, so we are just truly moving it out. First caller situation. Do not wait. That's all I can ask, is that you don't wait, because the second you do so, you miss out, and then it's just sad, sad, sad story. And we don't want that to happen, because again, I don't have any emerald cuts left. So here we go. This is it. And this is the one to own, and not, you know what? 55 is not going to work. 5,000 is not going to work. 45. Let's get you even lower than that. We're not even starting at 45. Remember, this is a price tag, not an auction. So we've taken $2,000 off where it should begin, and we are saying just give us a call. Just make it yours. Just get on those phone lines and do it, because this is not going to last. And if you want to add something to it, if you want to, meaning like you want to stack around it, I love this look with the Wonder Ring. It'd be amazing. Or just wear it all on its own, and it looks like this. Check out the side to side and the way that big diamond weight is going to go side to side across the hand. So even if you are, oh, I remember, this is just, it's bringing me back. There's just some of the most iconic. Y'all know that guy Harry who makes jewelry? Really big cities. You'll see his name out on the facade of the beautiful boutiques. That's pretty much every ring in the store window. Every ring. You don't even have to go in. You get a good vibe by looking in the store windows. Pretty much every ring that designer does is set like this. There is a certain panache, about $1 trillion on either side, framing your emerald cut. We don't have anybody taking it at 45. What about $44.99? What about $4,000? Uh-oh. Well, we've gotten to that point where we're just too low. It's just that simple. We're too low at $4,000, and we're still sitting with it here. I'm too low already, Tony. The thought of going into that $39.99, let's do it. Just to make sure it goes, we're going to give it 60 final seconds, and we're going to see who's saying sold first. But that's the problem. It is not second, third, fourth callers here that are going to get the bonus or the blessing of owning it. It's the first caller. And we do not yet, but we are verifying $39.99 where this has gone. We have no more tanzanite this evening. It's not looking like I've already seen the weekend shows, the Saturday and Sunday lineups. Didn't see a tanzanite. Now, not everything is finalized yet. Not everything is finalized till I come in the morning and finalize everything. But there's nothing scheduled for our Saturday show or our Sunday show in Blue Wing Block D. Nothing. That's just it makes me a little anxious. Does it not? If you're a collector or a lover of this material, does that not make you really anxious? If you think about the fact that there may be none this weekend, you know what that means. $39.99. We had a round yesterday. It was a 4 carat. This is about double the size, a little more. And it's not $39.99 because we are waiting to see who's got it. Nobody has it yet. So here's what I'm going to do. Is this the no auction? That one? It's that, right? Supposed to start at $6,500 and let the bidding begin. Obviously, I surpassed that in value. So now we're going to take it even, you know what? Forget about it. Not even $39.99. Do we want to auction it? I mean, this is the thing. Do we want to just take it back up to $6,500 and start there? Does that make more sense? Sometimes I worry that I price things too well. No, hear me out. I think I price things too well too often to where you think it can't be that good if it's that low a price. What's up, Tim? Flash the pink, I think it's gone, right? Okay, let me see. Let me flash it. We had this pink diamond earlier. It's a sore subject right now, Tim. I'm trying to like blow out a piece that was supposed to be auctioned. I kind of did that here with this one. That's already gone, but there it is. So $39.99 on the tansy. Don't have it gone. What do? Continue the blowout march here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's take it down. And if you don't have a phone in your hand at this point, because it is going lower, and I want to make sure you know that, because I cannot leave. You know the deal. I've had 5 years and a couple of months of Blue Wing Block Ds to this point. They started in December of 2018. It's been 5 years and a few months, and here we are at the very tail end, and I have not had a show go by where I have one stay with us. They don't stick around. And I'm about to take this one lower so that tonight is not the first night. I don't want to break that trend now. I don't want to leave here at 10 o'clock and think, tonight I couldn't get a Blue Wing out the door. That's not going to happen. So that just means a better price is coming your way so that we can ensure that it goes to one of you tonight. Change the gold color? Yeah, you can. Get your size? Yeah, you can. If a size 7 doesn't work for you, great. We'll make it smaller or larger, whatever it needs to be, so that it arrives ready to wear. But it's also not going to be $39.99. And let's take it lower. I'm ready. I hope you are. It's not even going to be $39.99 or $38.99. Oh, this is good. This is really, really good. And it's not going to be $38.88 either because we are blowing it out. Those are all bigger round brilliants that you have on the side, set up like a trillion. It looks like the most opulent, precious, designer, you-know-who, couture level setting that, oh, stones like this are set that way. Whether it's a big yellow diamond, whether it's a big white diamond, whether it's a big emerald. You know there's a famous emerald that's set like this. This is how really important big emerald cuts are set. And we have done that, but whereas you would normally have to add several digits to the back of that price tag and move the comma to the right, and then you'd still just be paying the tax. Truly. You could be like $380,000 could be like the tax on a ring like that at the big designer. And thank goodness you don't have to pay that here. It's still here at $38.88. We got the crazy eights up there and it's still here. Okay, unacceptable. So let me take it even lower for you, but call me now. If you want it, call me. You get the money back guarantee, you get the gorgeous ring, you get one of our last of the tanzanites overall, but you're getting, hey, more important than that, you're getting an emerald cut. You're getting a large 8.5 carat emerald cut, and the red flashes are more than visible. They're really the show. They're what dominate. They're what you see first. They're the exquisite, perfect red flashes. And again, until I just stay right here, it's harder to see when we're looking at a bird's eye view at it. This is where you see that dynamic. Look at that. That's the color we want right there. That's what's happening. And it's not going to be $38.88. Apparently, I'm still got it here. I can't leave it. I cannot leave it. I'm not going to leave it here. Cannot do that. Look at what this stone is delivering. And it's not going to be even $38.88. No way. Not even going to be, oh no, not even $3,800. I'm blowing it out. We are making this easier than it ever should be. And it's for, you know what to do. You got to call in. You got to call in and make it yours. We're not even doing $3,800. It is $3,799. Wait, we're going to see it out the door, and we're going to congratulate whoever gets it. That's for sure. Take a look at that ring. Set in the most perfection of ways here. Big, big, big balance to it. The big look of the, again, looks like singular diamonds, but with the bigger rounds. Set in that trillion pattern. And $37.99. And look at that color. All the reds are there. So that is going to be 60 seconds to the finish line. Let's not let that be the first blue wing that remains here with us in 5 years of shows. Okay. It's still here. Nobody's got it yet. Andy, you did not take it? You're on something else. Tim's on something else? Jess, are you thinking about this one? Nope. Everybody's got a tanzanite? Everybody's got one. That'd be good. That'd be good. Everyone's got a tanzanite? Everyone's happy? Are you happy with where your tanzanite collection stands? Do you have the emerald cut if you wanted one? I hope so. I hope so. I speak from a point of, I'm probably going to have to stand up here in the very, very not so distant future and tell you there's no more. And that is not going to be a fun job to every single day harp on the fact that there's no more, it's sold out, it's gone, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. And probably beg customers where maybe we could, I don't know, maybe we start a buyback program or something. I don't know. It's just a thought. It's just a thought. When the reality hits, is that going to be what we have to do next? I don't know. But we've got a last hour about to kick off in 10 minutes. And so I'm going to show you some other earrings. We've got any requests at all that you're looking for. Please get those in so we can find those pieces and bring those out to you. And if there is something like Blue Wing Block D in an 8 carat 46 size that you would like to have, there it is. And then I have the same mounting, sort of, with an oval stone and a fire opal. So I'm going to show that next. What if we just said, let's give you reds? Not red flash, let's just give you red. Let's give you this bold beauty here. See the similarities? Still looks like a 3-stone style a little bit. And we're going to make sure that you get a chance to own that one very affordably. $37.99. Let's give it a final 60 seconds. We'll see who's got it, and then we're going to be on our way. Fire opal coming up. Looks like we do have another request coming in. Thank you for that. That'll be, oh, good. Oh, who's this for? Okay, Steve. We got a gorgeous color change sphen on the way. A radiant. It's good. It's going to be our carat 54. We're going to open it up to the first caller that says yes. It's our, actually, there's only one other color change sphen available left, and it's our big time round. So this one's going to be coming up, Steve. How pretty is that? Very, very, it's just an electric stone. It really is. And if you would like, I cannot believe it, emerald cut still hanging out here. All right, sphen time. It's time. The beautiful, this is a color changing stone. And yet I feel like Mother Nature went a little bit extra, all out, I would say on this one, because I don't know about you, but I'm completely happy and satisfied and thrilled with the way that stone looks right here, right now. And the fact that it does something extra, and once again, I have something in a prong here, and I don't know how or why. It's almost every piece I've had tonight. Might be time to replace the polishing wheel. There we go. Got it out. All right, much better. This is a color changing sphen. One of the most brilliant dynamic stones the world has ever offered us. There's nothing else quite like it. There really isn't. If you're thinking diamond, nope, diamonds don't do that. Diamonds do not have this amount of brilliance. It's a higher dispersion level than even diamonds. So yes, we could see a little rainbow brilliance to a diamond, but not at this level. 1122247 is the item number here, and this is our radiant, and oh, is she ever. Yeah, I can't think of a better name for that stone. It happens to be a cutting. It's a radiant cut, but it's a carat 54, very unusual. It's 51 points. You know, not much can rival around when you have a sphen, but this one does. This radiant cut is really bringing it. I mean, it's the natural beauty of the material together with great cutting, and it's 51 points in diamonds as well. And you can have any gold you want, but it's going to be on its way out in a hurry. And if anybody is getting that tanzanite, please let me know, because I will announce to the world when that's gone. As soon as I hear that's gone, we will announce it to the world, so we let everyone know that it's done. Because, again, rarely do they stick around, i.e. never. So it's time to make sure and see who's got it. But here we are with our sphen for Steve's request. Thank you, Steve, for the request. There's only one other one. It's our big 3 carat 33 round. I know it's $5,000. It's in the peacock feather ring. It's a little bit more... it's more sizable, it's a little bit more unusual in its design. This one's very straightforward in the classic double halo, but it's also going to be a really great value. This is no longer $39.99, and all the green that you're seeing in that stone is going to change to red if the proper light is achieved. So if you have an incandescent light environment, it's going to be no longer green where you see green, it's going to be red. And what a powerful look that is. And yet all the brilliance you see, those different colors of the rainbow, that will remain. That will all remain there for you. That's important too. That doesn't go away no matter which light environment you're in. Those brilliant colors will always be there, stemming from the center, going on out in every direction, which is why it looks so good in this radiant cut. It's not $39.29 or even, oh boy, this is a great value. I'm just going to make sure this one goes, and we're not asking for even $29.99. This is a mega value. Let's try it on, show you all that brilliance from a distance that you're seeing here. It looks fantastic. That's what it looks like on, so you can see how just classic it is, and yet from afar, still delivering all those amazing colors. And it's going to be $1,999 for our second to last. It is the smallest and therefore the most affordable of the sphens, and we'll see who's verifying, and congratulations if you get it. So it looks like that one's verifying already. We'll give it a final 30 seconds here. Thank you again for that request. How are we doing, Andy? Anybody take up that blue wing? Is it just me, or does that look better when it's even unfocused in the center right there than it did even from afar? I mean, that's really a statement maker, isn't it? Yes. The round is $49.99. It's the round, it's a 333, and it's got yellow and white diamonds around it. The peacock feather one, yeah, I think it's yellow and white, not pink and white, yeah. And Steve, we'd be happy to bring it out if you'd like to see it. It's $5,000, and it's a 333, and it's a totally different ring. It's got that wraparound design that we do with the peacock feather, so very, very important. Plus, we have some fire opal coming up. I flashed that earlier, so we have a great looking fire opal for you. Okay, so that's $19.99. Next up, let's show you what we have here in the fire opal. So similar mounting, just scaled down a bit from the tansy, and then I think we're going to have to bring out, what do you think, guys, the big emerald? Top of the hour, look at that. Clean and green and just, that is a sight to behold. Because I know there's a lot of people like myself who are also a little particular about emeralds, and it's a tough stone to be particular about. Right? It's a type 3 stone. You can't be too picky about emeralds. We got to accept them and love them for what they are, which are really dirty stones, right? They are, until you come across that 1 in a billion. That's the 1 in a billion. I don't even know if that's a slight exaggeration. Yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah, Steve, take a look. Here's the sphen. He wants to capture a photo. There it is. How's that work for him? And the graphics are up there too. So if you need it on the hand again, just too, we can do that as well. Let me know if you need to see on the hand. But yeah, it's already sold, but you've got it. Thank you so much. Okay, we're going to go back to, I know we're all ready now, and I'm not doing the emerald quite yet. We got about 2 minutes. So I was thinking we get the fire opal out next. So here's the fire opal that has that similar setting to the tanzanite. And Andy, you'll let me know if that tanzanite's gone or not. Okay. And here we are. This has got the fire opal set in the same way. Side trillion look, but with round brilliant diamonds. That is 112-3263. And that is a big time 203. Isn't that a great looking stone? Okay, fire opal. So slightly scaled down. A little more rounded edge to the way the trillion appearance is on the sides, but that's a 203. In reality, it's going to look like a 4-carat fire opals, you know, less dense. And then, yes, we will bring out that emerald. Top O hour. So we are just moments away from, yeah, call all your pickiest gem collectors, call all your emerald lovers who never thought they'd get one, call the emerald haters. They got to see that stone. Call the haters. Call them. They got to see my emerald tonight. But this is stunning. 203 and 36 points in diamonds. What can we say that hasn't been said about a fire opal here that doesn't give you yellow, doesn't give you orange, doesn't give you all the basic colors? It's giving you downright almost ruby reds. I mean, that's your ruby without spending ruby money right there. That's what this is. And the whole ring is $9.99, and then we're going to give you another minute to admire it, and then we're going to get into that emerald, which is stunning. Take a look at this on the hand. I mean, it's just really, I've been doing this a long time. To get an emerald like that, you can't. You just don't. You don't see them. They're so few and far between. So it is time to get somebody, the pickiest shopper in the world, and that's a good thing. I guess the nicer way to say it, the euphemistic way would be to say savvy. You're a savvy shopper. You're particular, right? You're not picky, you're particular. You just have high standards. And never, ever, ever should you ever compromise on those standards. Take it from me, just don't. And we're going to bring you the emerald that you will love to have and that you just don't see anywhere else. So let's bring it out next. That's our fire opal, 25 seconds left to go. Just want to bring that out since it was a similar mounting to the tanzanite, but a little bit smaller. And then we're going to talk top of the hour, and yep, the emerald is coming out to play, and it's just a dream come true. It really is. Welcome to the show. Glad you're with us. Today is it's our last hour here. So we are so excited to have your company. Last hour means requests if you have them. Anything you've seen from earlier, you need to see it again, need a little recap, we will provide that for you. But this is what I could not resist just giving you a little sneak peek a few moments ago to see what this is all about, to get a look at the clarity. This is really, it's truly emerald at its very, very best here. You just don't see these. You don't. You can't. You don't. You won't. It's really where, and I hesitate to say this because I don't know if a lot of us, if we're into fine jewelry and you're into natural stones, I'm not sure how many of you are going to go out into the synthetic or simulated world. Because if you like natural stones, you like natural stones. And it's not to say you can't mix and match, and we, probably, have all kind of maybe dipped the toe in the water of other pieces, or maybe you did, and that's how you started your collection, and then you graduated to fine jewelry, whatever it is. This is a stone that almost, it's so pristine. And no natural gems are really supposed to be pristine, right? You're always going to get certain levels of characteristics. Even the cleanest of stones, stones that don't have issues with clarity, they're going to have little things on some microscopic level. But then there are other stones like, the tourmaline family, and I won't say the beryl family, because certain beryls like morganite are really clean and there's no problem. This is emerald specifically, which is the chromium-rich green beryl, is really, really, really tricky to get clean. It's a type 3 stone. So like tourmalines, they naturally have a lot of inclusions, and you can't avoid that. You can't get around that. That's just the way it is. That is why so many people dismiss them. A lot of people think, I just won't own one. It's not on my list. It's not on my wish list. I'll do without. And then there is something magical when you do come across a stone that delivers the unusual, the rare of the rare, the perfection. I know I shouldn't use that word because it's probably inherently there's something on a microscopic level that you'll see here. But to the eye, whether it's the naked eye or up close, like we're going to deliver you this up close magnified view with the help of our cameras, it's like a 10 power magnification. It's like looking through a jeweler's loupe at your stone. You look at this stone and you are not going to be able to find a flaw. That is a very, very tall order when it comes to an emerald that is natural, and we're not just giving you any source. This is not some, unheard of mine somewhere off in, not really the famed world of emeralds. This is Colombian. That is the best source bar none for emeralds, and you're getting it now. Muzo, Colombian, which has a very distinctive color to it. Those are the rich. When we hear the word, I know in, the fashion world, you'll hear emerald green a lot. It conjures a certain image in your mind of what color we're talking about when we say emerald green. In the fashion world, when you say emerald green, in terms of really anything, if you're being a descriptor, this is where you get that true emerald green, because a lot of times these Colombian stones, they are prized and they're lauded for their quality, but they get light and they get sometimes overly dark and overly saturated. This is exactly everything you ever want an emerald to be. Everything. Everything. It's got the, size 2. It's got that as well. It's not just clean, bright, pristine clarity, which is that big hurdle. We passed that. We leapt over that hurdle with room to spare. And now you're getting the color, so impressive. You're getting the size, well, it's still over a carat. It's 112, 2884. What a piece. What a piece. Carat 15 on the Colombian emerald. So yes, it's even over 1 carat, which we just had the fire open. We were talking about how it looks bigger than it weighs. Well, this one does too. So if it's already over a carat, that means, well, you're getting a whole lot bigger look than that. And it's in the signature mounting, which has a carat of 1 in diamond weight all around it. So this is even finished with that under gallery detail. We'll take a look at it that way. You can see the inside. That's a nice view to see the inside of your stone and see how clean it is from that perspective. I don't know if you saw, I even saw the prong reflected through the back. I was seeing from the back side looking to the front, I was seeing the prong from the front corner through the back. That's impressive. And yet all this ring, which if you've ever seen our emeralds, are really, really good emeralds. Not the little ones that have a lot, like the pure, bright green. This is it. This is definitely, we're talking gem quality beyond here. And again, it can be really tricky to find, and yet you pay so dearly when you do. I was just talking about that great big designer out there that does so many of the 3-stone settings with the big trillions on the side, and they will have an emerald in their store window. Last time I was there, which was about a month ago, that was really the showcase. Green is a hot color right now anyways, so they tend to dress the windows to kind of vibe with what's happening in the fashion world anyways, and so it was all about the emeralds, all really throughout the store windows. Well, there was an emerald much like this as far as color clarity, but you know that thing had a multi-million-dollar price tag, and you can easily spend that. Even basic emeralds, really just without the clarity, they still run $32,000 a carat all day long. And that's just for a simple basic, not pristine clarity like this. This is that higher level to get, and we are going to blow it out right now. Don't believe me, we're going to make it happen. We're already in the last hour. We only have 55 minutes left in our Thursday. We got to move some jewelry. Obviously, that's always the case. So here's what we've got for you. One of the best values, because all of that said, it sounds like I'm building up to a pretty, important price tag, and it deserves it. Oh, does it ever? That deserves a price tag much like the $89.99 that's sitting on this bag. We're going to make it a lot better because, again, all that, there's somebody out there who wants to own this ring. There's somebody who said, yeah, I wasn't in emeralds and now suddenly I am. Or, yeah, I was waiting for that emerald, but then I see the emerald I like and it's got that multi-million-dollar price tag, like that designer I was just telling you about. Those are barriers. Those are blockages. Those are obstacles. Those are hurdles. We need to just open up the door and say, come on in via a phone call and make it yours. Let's take a look at it. Here's the inside. Again, this can be changed, any gold. The perfect stone is here. We want it to be the perfect setting. And all that $89.99 price tag, Tony, is going out the window. No way I'm getting that on a Thursday late night. No way. It's not $89.99 right now. And May is coming. Isn't May in a few weeks? We're approaching halfway through April. I pointed out because that's the May birthstone right there. That's it. And we're weeks away. So I say, why wait till May? Get it now and you'll have it. And you'll be wearing it. And you'll be enjoying it the second the moment arrives. And if your birthday is not in May and it has nothing to do with your birthstone, well, you're getting one of the most important stones you can ever own in the world. There's the big three in gems. It's sapphires, it's rubies, and it's emeralds. It's one of the big ones. Everybody knows it. Everybody understands it. People that know nothing about jewelry know emeralds. You know what they look like. You probably even know that they're always included. And they're always dark, and they're always hazy, and not this stone. Let's get rid of $89.99 and make it easy for one caller, and this will be your ring. White gold, yellow gold, or rose gold. I'm going to completely wow you with the price tag, and better yet, instead of $4,500, 50% off. Instead of $4,000, instead of $35,000. I know this is going to have to get really interesting. Forget about it. It's not $35,000. I am here almost every day with you for one purpose, and that is to deliver value. It is to show you the finest jewelry. That's a given. The jewelry, the quality, the jewelry, that's a given. That's day in, day out, every day, every item. I am here to make sure that those pieces that are so high-end, top-notch, you thinking about this one, Tim? We got a couple people on the phone lines thinking about it. I'm here to make sure that they are the values of a lifetime. And if you're like me, it is my birthstone. It is my birthstone. So I speak from a standpoint of having admired and studied and looked at this stone pretty seriously long before I was in the jewelry business, long before I was in the sports business, long before I was even doing TV at the ripe age of 16 years old. Like this is the stone that a lot of us understand and know because it's so well known, big. It's a big pinnacle and cornerstone of the gem world. And it's not $3,500. It's just a challenge. It is a challenge. You're getting directly the best color. You're getting amazing. This is the best origin in the world. And it's not $3,000 either because I know what it's going to take to get it out the door because I've been doing this for 2 hours and 10 minutes tonight, and it's taken big value. So that's what we do, and that's why you're here. And this might even be a little value that's an extra surprise because $29.99 is not going to be it either, and we need a caller. If you're even thinking about it, you call us now. Yes. I can. You want to see the larger one? Okay. Let me see. I do have a 393. I do. It is, this is going to be really good. Jess, I got to thank whoever that was that asked for this because this is going to be helpful. This ring is $14,000, and I want to show you something because a lot of people listen to me and go, yeah, best color, best quality, best origin, best what. They're all green, right? Take a look. That's a big stone. It's a 393. There's no question the one on the right is bigger. And that is pretty rare. But if you only saw that stone, you go, whoa, that's a gorgeous emerald. And it should be. It's $14,000. And it has 55 points in diamonds. So I'm getting you more diamonds in the signature style. If you saw that all by itself, you'd say that is a bright, glowing, amazing stone. Let's bring the 1 carat 15 back, shall we? And I don't mean to, I don't mean to disparage this one because it's a really good stone and it's a big size. I'll give it that. But that is the side-by-side comparison that is sometimes necessary to understand all those things I was saying, and that's bringing it to life. When I tell you that's exquisite clarity, better color, better, and better, that's why. And I'm going to tell you something. The one that's more valuable is actually the 115 because clarity is really tough to get. And I know size is tough to get in an emerald as well. And that's a very big size at 393. It's almost 4 carats. That's the upper range that you'll ever find a natural emerald in. However, the clarity is going to be far more rare to get. And when you still get a great size, like a carat 15, like that oval is, and you get the great clarity. That in turn, as a package deal, makes the whole ring on the left side of your screen more valuable than the $14,000 $393. So get it if you can, because also the $14,000 $393 is $14,000. This one's going to be less than $29.99. Take a look. So that is a great comparison to make. And obviously, if you really want to have the $393, let me do my best to make sure it's as affordable as possible. But that is a really important side-by-side comparison to make. And now we can just bring this back up. And then if you need to see the $393, I'll gladly do it. But this is not going to be $29.99. Why is it even still here? Because I know, oh wait, I do this every day. I know we very rarely have emeralds. They're a tough sell, I'll be honest with you, because most people just disregard emeralds. They think they're not going to be clean, so I'm not going to go for it. This is where, again, why this stone is so important, because if you have the highest standards in the world, if you have unlimited funds, if you have the highest end taste, this is the stone you need to own. But that's the thing. Champagne taste, beer budget, anybody? It's right here. It's everything in one. It's not even 29. I know this is, guys, this is a moment. And the fact it's still here at $3,000 is a little bit shocking. I'm going to take it down even lower, and we're going to blow it out, and you're going to get it. Somebody's going to own it, and then if you want the $393, let me know. But there's only so low I can go on that one. And no matter what, it's not going to go to $29.99. And we're already there that low on this carat 15, which looks bigger. So don't think that's a small stone. Even if you're somebody who says, I wear more 2 to 3 carats, still you can wear this, because that is a powerful size. That carat weight does not denote what it looks like on the hand. When you see it on the hand, which I'm going to show you again, it is really a much more important look than that, because that's what emeralds do as a rule. Take a look. It's not 29, 28, 27, 26, 25. I'm getting really serious about this emerald, and the more impassioned I get, the lower I tend to go, just to make sure it's not all for nothing, because I really need to make sure somebody gets this emerald. And you will love it, and if you don't, I don't really think there's a possibility of that. But if you don't love it, you send it back, not the end of the world. But here's what we're going to do. Instead of $25.99, we're blowing it out. It's $2,490. You know what? Stop. We're going to do better. We're going to do better than that. I still am awaiting one caller. Tim, are you thinking about this one or something else? I have a question for them. They've been on the phone a minute. What do they think of this price tag? Are they just waiting back to see how crazy I'm going to get on this? Because it's got to be, to them, obviously a fan of the ring, they have got to be loving the way this is going. Okay. Well, I never thought I would see this day come, but here's what I've got for you. I've got I got a situation here, and I can't leave this here tonight. Same as the tanzanite. I can't be leaving jewelry here. And if they're the normal pricing and it's all that set pricing, fine. But when you're discounting the way I'm doing tonight, I can't leave pieces here. They can't stay here with me. They can't go back in a vault to be saved for another day. This is it. I'm going to blow it out even further. We're going to go lower than $24.99. We're not asking for that. You got to dial in. White gold, yellow gold, or rose gold in your size, shipped to you for free. No tax if you live outside of Cali. And here's what we've got. A better value than even 24 or 23 or 22. I have lost my mind on this one. Clearly, only for the reason of I really want somebody to have this. I don't want to leave it here. I really want you to try it. If you're halfway thinking about it, kind of thinking about it, fence sitting, doing any of that, you get off of that fence and you pick up your phone and you have to call. That's it. You can't get it later. You can't buy it after it's gone to somebody else. You can't shop it tonight when the show is over. You can't shop it tomorrow. It's going to be the moment right now. It's not 22. It's not 21. It's not 2,099. So be it. This is now the most incredible emerald value that I have been able to deliver to you in 22 years. And it's $1,999. Which, oh, by the way, that mounting with the carat 01 and VS diamonds is more than $1,999. Well, this is an interesting moment right here, because now with where this has progressed, let's be honest, I should have started this presentation, had I known I was going to have to go here, I would have started the presentation with somebody's going to get this incredible, most beautiful, most important emerald in our collection for free. because that's what I've done. Now, Tim, you're not taking it? Wow. We had a caller on the line waiting and waiting. I really, truly, and I mean this with all due respect, I'm really curious as to what they're thinking on that ring. How low could a $9,000 TVON ring go? How low could that possibly go? And there is that possibility. I said this with the tanzanite. I think it could be working here too. There is just that mere possibility that I went too low, and now you don't think it could be that good. That happens sometimes here. I realize that if you're shopping TV normally for fine jewelry of this level, normally you might see something like this go for $30,000. And if that's more comfortable to you, I have people, I've been doing this a long time, and so I've met a lot of people through the years. You know, we're a nationwide broadcast. I've been on national TV since, you know, I was pretty young. And, you know, I've met a lot of customers through the years just out and about, you know, and it's always a joy to do so. So please come up and say hello. But honestly, one of the things that a lot of people tell me is that they never, ever, ever believe the values. And they really, they watch, a lot of people watch for years at a time and admire it and never actually pick up the phone and dial in because they just don't think it's real life or it's actually real, that jewelry, yeah, first of all, jewelry that's sold on TV can be real, exotic, natural, fine jewelry. Yeah, it's not all plastic. It's not all man-made. It's not all faux and simulants and all that stuff, right? It's out there, and it's good because everybody can shop, right? Everybody can shop. The wonder of TV, there's convenience to it. It really brings the world to you and to your living room. It makes it easy, and everybody does great values. People wouldn't be on TV still if they weren't. But everyone's got their niche, and we happen to be that niche where there was plenty of low-end jewelry. Let's face it, there's a lot of that because that's easy to get, right? There's a little bit of fine jewelry, pretty high-end jewelry out there that still exists on TV, but it's really, really, really expensive. And some people are more comfortable with that. We really, when we started this company, I wasn't here at the very, very beginning. I was brought in after the fact. I was somewhere else and, you know, had been there for a long time, and they brought me in. And I got to tell you, this was the place to be because we were filling a void. We were that niche that was going to fill that void of, yeah, we're going to bring the jewelry that's up here in quality and bring you a better price so that people like myself, this is how I like to shop. Don't get me wrong. I have an expensive taste. I like really good stuff. I love quality. I love quality in homes and in cars, and I appreciate it. I appreciate quality. I don't always get to get everything I want, but I appreciate quality. Some people just don't care. I really appreciate quality. I appreciate workmanship. I appreciate natural gems. I just do. It's just, it's how I've always been. And I got to say, I love, though, to be a smart shopper. I don't, you know, not all of us have all the money in the world where we can just go out and spend whatever we want. That's great for people to do, but not everyone does. It doesn't mean you have to forego quality, and that's why TVON exists. And I just don't know if there's a better piece of jewelry that embodies that philosophy than this ring that's up here right now. Because this ring, Tony, really does, and poor Tony, I probably put him to sleep there, but I had to go on that soapbox moment. I had to. I think this ring and this price tag that I put up there, I mean, obviously that's not supposed to be the price tag. I massaged it and, you know, finagled it and maneuvered it and changed it and just, you know, did this price because I really wanted to go, and I was shocked when we had a caller on the line. They'd been on the line since it was $8,999, and they bowed out. So I kept dropping it, and I got to say, that is really the testament to what we do in a nutshell. It's that item. That could be the poster child moment, right? Maybe that's our billboard right there. Now, we don't do any advertising. Almost everyone else does. We don't advertise. We don't advertise. So the only way you ever discover TVON is really two ways. You probably put the wrong number in the remote on the way to the Food Network or whatever, or whatever you like. You know, a lot of people find us randomly. They were looking for ESPN and they found us, or they were looking for Discovery Channel and they found us. I feel like we are a great Discovery Channel because we are going to discover and learn and really appreciate the natural wonders of the world. However, it's about artwork and design, and it's about all these different things. And a lot of people find us just randomly and get caught up one day and just seeing a beautiful piece of jewelry on their screen. And then a lot of people, pretty much, other than that, some of you give us some great word-of-mouth advertising. You might tell a friend or a family member or a coworker who's admiring your jewelry, and you might share your secret. Some people don't, and that's okay too. They don't want to because they don't want anyone to know their secret, to where they're getting all the great deals on the beautiful jewelry, and that's okay too. Point is, we don't really, you know, we're not out there. So people find us because they just find us on TV, find us on their guide. And you quickly realize, because I hear it every single day, I don't think a day goes by where I don't have a customer reach out in one way, shape, or form, via email, via letter, handwritten letter that I get here at TVON, or whether it's email or social media. I don't think a day goes by where I don't hear the words, once I found TVON, I didn't need to ever shop anywhere else for jewelry. And I encourage you to shop other places. I want you to buy whatever you want, wherever you want it. But honestly, I do agree that the value and the quality are unparalleled. And that really is what this ring symbolizes. To me, hopefully to you. Does anyone want to see the $393 that we flashed earlier? Because I can try my best to bring that down to a price tag that's not $14,000 if you'd like to see it. But this is really, it's a stunning piece. And I know a lot of you, I speak from experience, it's my own birthstone, and yet I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so I really am not into I understand that it's an included stone. Obviously I do. But that doesn't mean I want to wear an included stone on my body every day. I want it to be perfect and I want it to be clean, but also I don't have an unlimited budget. Very few people do have a truly unlimited budget, right? So this is where you get something exquisite. Don't sacrifice. Get the color, get the glow, get the quality, and if you think it's too good to be true, let us prove you wrong, right? Because that's what a lot of people say. I waited years before I made my first purchase. I didn't know. I didn't think it could possibly be as good as it looks on TV, and then I just broke down one day and tried it. And then I never needed to go anywhere else to shop for my fine jewelry ever again. And I hear it every day, and it's a wonderful thing to hear. And I'm glad that we're here to be that for, so many of you. I don't know, Tony that should have been on camera to say that. Yeah. You caught me just chilling, just leaning here. Every now and then I gotta lean a little bit. All right, let's move on. We've got, oh my goodness, I almost forgot about the Paraíba we have. So we'll do some turquoise earrings, then we're gonna bring you the Paraíba in a wide band ring. All right, I know, I have a bored y'all. Okay, let's keep moving. Well, we'll show you something very special. Thank you, if you get it. Here is, I know I had basically this, but without all the diamonds last night. And a lot of you said, can you do that, but with a lot of diamonds? And voila, 24, 25 hours later, here they are. And we've got a turquoise earring for you in this beautiful style. Now, you have to see these upright because there's going to be a squared off style, but they're set at an angle a bit. And then they're in the omega back. This is our second omega back earring of the evening. And it's item number 1123796. Congrats on the emerald if you got it. Well done. How about this? Sorry, I'm admiring the emerald one last time. I'm just looking at it. Just one last stare for the road. You know, it was that same designer I've been referencing all night. He's the one that said famously, people will stare, make it worth their while. So, you know, get ready. If you get the emerald or really any piece, get ready. You're going to get those stares. Those stares are going to be coming your way. Like, ooh, I like the double takes. I like when it's the double take. Someone, you know, that something caught their eye and then they got to turn back and look again. And, you know, it's, in this case, gorgeous earring. It's a 60-point Sleeping Beauty round. It has 72 points in diamonds all around it. It's almost lacy-like, and I don't mean lightweight, delicate. I mean, this is packing a punch in color and look, but we've got a couple of pairs here. We'll do any gold color you want. So white gold, yellow gold, rose gold, you decide. But, and yes, Paraíbas to come. So the values that are going to be a little mind-blowing are not done yet. And here comes the turquoise. Let me show you how they look from a distance away. And remind you, you can get any gold color, same omega back. Now these will have the post right at the very top, and it's the corner. Oh no, I just dropped one. They're kind of all over the place, aren't they? It's not as bad as when I was carrying that box on Sunday. Remember, I was carrying the big box of jewelry, bringing it over to the set from the side table, and then the box broke. Spilled all over the place. But anyway, yes, question? No way, really? Donna? That's technically the OC. I mean, it's like North OC, but that's the OC. I love it. We have a brand new registry named Donna. Hi, Donna. And she's in Huntington Beach, California. Hey, Donna, I'm a Laguna Beach, California girl. Laguna, born and raised. Well, not really. I was born in LA, but then raised in Laguna, and then went, you know, became an Angelino again from, you know, the ripe age of 18 on. But yeah, but SoCal, I love it. I love hearing from our Orange County girls. So here we are, and this is going to be, I was just thinking about the OC quite a bit today, reading the news of the day. But here we are with this really, really special turquoise earring. I've got one on, and I thought instead of just showing you up close, I'd show you from a distance, because it's a really big presence to what you might look at and perceive as a basic stud earring, but it's got a lot of wow to it, and you can see there. So they've got that really powerful, if you think that you can't see a 30-point Sleeping Beauty, I am here to show you, you can. From all the way across the room, you can see the power that that round Sleeping Beauty gives you. 70 points in diamonds, though, that's a lot for our earrings, and we're really proud to have this value. They're gonna be really affordable, and do you see how they sit? Completely out to the world. If that were just a basic singular post with a butterfly backing, they would tend to go like this a little bit. They lean, they fall. And then you're not seeing that beautiful turquoise color that's out to the world. So that's really important. So that's why the Omega back, it's an extra detail that is a lot of extra workmanship, a lot of extra gold weight, but it's so important because if the earring is not going to sit properly in the ear, oh, what good is it, right? Here's what it looks like on from a little closer viewpoint. They're under $49.99. That's what it looks like. So see, I really wanted to see them up close because you can see how it's oriented where it's angled. So that square is not a square. When you see it on the ear, it's actually going to sit at an angle. So almost like a diamond shape. Yes, Tim? Yes, I'll re-show the owl necklace. You got it. And then we'll go back to the wheel, Tony, real quick, and we'll show these up close side by side. And we're making it a big, big, big value. Big value. Like as in $4,000 off value. How about, yeah, $9.99 for the pair of turquoise earrings. Moving this one over. Yes, they're rounds, lovely diamond weight, almost 3/4 of a carat there. And that's going to be $999. We're going to show that owl necklace. It was one of our first items of the night. And I have a recap on that. So that's going to be coming up. And here we go. Now, Tim, who was that for? Say it one more time. Freddie? Oh, good. Fred. Got it. Okay. So let's take a look at this. And this is 1123172. Just a little reminder. Probably the wisest piece of the night, right? Definitely. 1123172, 6 points in emerald. Those are the bezel set rounds in the eyes, 13 points in diamonds, and then the bail. And then the chain comes with it. Chain will come off the piece. It can stay on the piece. You decide. It is a beauty in yellow gold only. Let me show it from a distance away in case you missed all that earlier. Oh, and there's also great finishing I have to show you too on the inside under gallery, but here it is. And it's a fully adjustable. There are 3 adjustable lengths you can use. Yeah. Of course. Yeah, it's 3/4 of an inch as it says, but let me put a ruler up to it and then we'll put it on the neckline for you so you can see that. But that is going to be top to bottom. Yep. I would say, yeah, it is 3/4 of an inch with the bail. So you've got that 3/4 inch. You see that, again, really good emeralds. Because once again, this would even match the ring, right? Because they're very bright, and this one's already gone. But let me just show it on the neckline, just in case they missed that earlier, just to see yet another size perspective on that one and how it looks from a distance away. So congratulations, that owl piece is gone. Chain comes with it, lobster claw clasp, 3 adjustable lengths. Back to the wheel we'll go, and then we're going to bring back just a last look at the turquoise earrings here very quickly, because I know we kind of left those a little bit prematurely just to show that owl again. And then also in critter jewelry, we did have a beautiful colorful parrot that was here earlier in a pendant. So if you missed that and would like to see it, it was also very affordable, much like our owl, which was $777. So last chance, last call. Actually, let me just flash this pretty exotic bird. And then just, did I miss you up here, or did you not make your way up here yet? Okay. We've got, let's see, 28 minutes. We still have a pot of Eba to come. And then I wanted to flash this parrot with the onyx, the Aquia pearl, the rubies, savorites. There it is. Wow. Colorful and in the rose gold. 1118519. Just a quick flash here. If you missed this, this is awfully affordable for what this is. And this is rose gold only. It's 18 karat gold as well. All the graphics you're seeing are for this very beautiful. It's exotic the way it's done, and so much detail. You do have a little bit of black rhodium, which is the tree branch that beautiful parrot is sitting atop. And then you've got rubies and sapphirites. The sapphirites are in the black rhodium. The rubies are on the tail feathers in the eye. That is carved black onyx for the beak. And then you have diamonds for the top feathers there. And that would be your 13 points in diamonds. This whole piece is $5.99. So I just wanted to flash it in case you missed it. That's the back of the piece there. You can see all the inscriptions and the hallmarks. And then there's your multiple color design that you have, and that Akoya. There's the difference with really top quality high-end Akoya. It's a difference maker, and you got it right there. We still have Paraíba to come. Don't go anywhere. I know it's the last 27 minutes, but we have arguably the most important value of the night on the way. So $5.99 on the parrot. Here are the turquoise earrings. Those are going to be $9.99 with 70 points in diamond weight for under $1,000. You just don't see that. And then let's get to our Paraíba. And then any other requests you have, get them in, because we are down to the wire on our Thursday night. Not much time remaining here. Want to make sure you get all your favorites. Look at this. Wow. So, first order of business. I want you to estimate what you think this carat weight is, because keeping in mind that it's in a larger, wider, almost cigar band style that is slightly concave, which means it has a slight dip inward toward the center. It's comfortable. It's built right. And it is solid white, yellow, or rose. We're going to make it however you want it. That's critical. So you've got the option in the gold. Of course, we like to do that. But also, this is a Paraíba that I know is lighting up here. It's lighting your way. It's the neon, every bit the neon we expect from a really good, clean Paraíba. Another stone that usually is terribly included, but we are so much sticklers about the quality that we don't see the included stones here because we're just more selective than that. We just don't bring you the basics. And this has a lot of diamonds burnished. Now, as you look at this, and as you look at it on the hand, I'm going to ask you to guess once again, really truly give it your best estimate as to what you think this carat weight might be. Item number is 112-1994. And here's what it looks like on the hand. So this will help because it's a wider band. And obviously that stone, I know you've probably noticed, is not even a traditional oval. It's a little bit more elongated. So, and then there's one more aspect of this ring I think is really cool. Since it is a lot of surface area to the gold and a lot of mirror finishing, it's very reflective. So mirror finished gold acts as a mirror. Does anybody wear their signet ring every day? Because we've offered this, and I wear it every single day. I am never without this ring on. And I'll tell you what, it doubles as a mirror when you need it. So when you're in a pinch and you need to just, you know, you don't want to bring out the purse and bring out the compact and be rude at the table and check and make sure you don't have cilantro in your teeth at the end of the evening. Just going from a real life example, what can I say? It's happened, and you know, I love some cilantro, but you know, it has a tendency. So you use your ring. This is the same kind of mirror finishing. And when you get a lot of decadence in the gold surface area, you have got a great look that's reflecting the top and the bottom of the stone. You'll see this better up close. It actually is acting as a mirror, so it's showing those Paraíba colors, top and bottom and sides to the stone. So the stone is already, it's already elongated, it's already an oval, but it's looking so much larger than it is, and yet it's a Paraíba, it's a 91 pointer. So this is giving you already plenty of size. And yeah, in Paraíba, it matters. Every little point counts. You think that counts only in diamonds? Every little point you get in a Paraíba is going to count. So the fact you are getting into that near 1 carat range, very important. Very. It's got 53 points in diamonds that are set within the band. They're set in what we call a burnish style. I'm going to come in a little closer now because I want you to see that mirror-like reflection. It's almost as if there's a diamond top and bottom too. It's almost as if the diamond itself is reflecting the blue-green neons that you have here as well. And finished beautifully, comfortable on the hand, white, yellow, rose. I love the gold option. Sometimes Paraíbas are strict on the white gold only. This one can be the yellow or the rose, but the reason it's here and the reason it had to be in this show is because it has one of the most astounding values. We know this is an important stone. We know they've gone up tremendously in price. We know all that. This is your chance to get one. And now this is why I also ask you to kind of ignore the carat weight right now, because that might give you a certain impression as to where this price is going to be. And you are about to be very surprised, especially if you've been paying particular attention to what our pricing has been in Paraíba in the last several months. You know that industry-wide, there are 2 stones that have gone up leaps and bounds in their value, in their per carat pricing over the last several years. They are Paraíba turmaline and Mandarin garnet. They definitely follow along because they're not related. One's a garnet, one's a tourmaline, but the reason for that, the driving force, is that they are not just extinct stones and completely mined out, but they were very young stones to begin with. There hasn't been hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years to gather them. They both started, well, one started in the late 80s. This one was 89. This was basically discovered in 89. Mandarin garnet was 1991. So they were 2 years apart, two of the most important discoveries in gems in modern time, and yet they're gone already. So they haven't had a lot of time. That obviously means there wasn't a lot of it. So here we are looking at one of our best, which normally has a $79.99 price tag for the 91 pointer you see here. But it's been here too long. There's your inside. We leave the back of the stone open so you can properly clean it as you need to as you wear it. And then you've got all, you see even the front, finish behind the diamonds where that's really solid. Behind that burnishing, you see how the diamonds are a bit scattered, but they're organized. I know, kind of crazy oxymoron, but it's true. There's an organization to the way they're spread apart throughout the mounting. They're almost like, again, little like champagne bubbles. It's almost fun in a way. There's almost like we didn't take it too seriously here. It's a lot of gold and it's a very serious stone, but it's a little bit of that celebration style that we see. And yet all the diamonds, different sizes, but all bigger, individual VS white diamonds. And no, this is not going to be $79.99 because that's been great to keep the ring here. And as much as we admire looking at it and owning it and having it and here as a part of our collection, it really needs to be part of yours. So we're going to make that happen right now, and you don't have to spend $79.99. We have 20 minutes. Any last minute requests you have, get them in right now. We are not going to be here much longer, so this is really where, again, you got to take advantage of these last few minutes we have of our Thursday together, and we are ready to share one major value with Paraíba. And nobody's on the lines yet because there's only so low you think a Paraíba can go till you realize, is this her grand finale of Thursday night? And the answer is yeah, this is it. And you know we always save something special. And it may not be the very last item of the night because I think it's going to go long before then. But it is that grand finale moment. 79, 69, 59, all that's been thought of before. We are here to deliver you a bigger value. It's not 59. It's not 49. It is not somehow this whole ring, which we have not done a 1 carat or anywhere near. We've had a couple light 1 carats in recent months. None have been $39.99. This one's actually going lower than that. It is about as collectible as a gem gets in today's worldwide marketplace. No exaggeration. This is the stone on everybody's mind. Every collector's lips, everybody's mind. This is what everyone wants. There are royals that are searching for this stone. There are heads of state who want to have this stone. There are gem junkies like you and me. We all want to have Paraíba. We all want to enjoy it, but the rarity of finding not just a Paraíba, but a clean, ideal color, 50-50 blue and green, everything that this stone is, we are ready to bring it to you at a huge value. It already is. We can all agree with that. There is something special just right now about $39.99. It's going lower. It's going a lot lower. If you have been dreaming of owning a Paraíba, this might be your very moment where you go from dreaming to reality. Dreams are made here. Jewelry dreams come true here. That's for sure. And it's not going to be anywhere near $39.99. But the problem is, you're going, what's the catch? The catch is you got to be caller number one. Got to be. Got to be. It's not going to last. We know that. It's any gold you want, which sometimes they aren't. So if you've ever wanted a yellow gold and that's what kept you out of a Paraíba because it was only strictly in white gold, here's your chance to get whatever gold you want, including rose. I always like a Paraíba in white gold in this color. When they tend more green, I say go anyway. When they have that true 50-50 blue to green split, I say white gold's the best bet. So if you're not sure where to go, take it in the white gold. I think you'll be very happy. But it's not going to be $39.99 either. Call us. Tim, you're on something else? Thinking about this one? I have a question. Have they seen any of the show tonight? Have they watched and witnessed the values I'm delivering tonight? Because I'm thinking about maybe topping them all right now. I'm thinking about giving a better value with this one than even anything else. And boy, that's a big statement because we've seen a lot of major values in this show. We have two people already talking about this ring. So if that's not a signal for those of you that are sitting back at home thinking about it, you might want to get in on the early side because I don't think this is going to last. How could it? It's not $39.99. It's not going to be, I don't know how we're doing this, but I know that the gold alone is worth about $2,000. I know the diamonds that you add over half carat there, well, that's taking it up to about really close to where we're at right now for the mounting. There's a lot of gold here. So you got to pay really close to $39.99 just to get the mounting without the very important Paraíba, and that Paraíba is going to definitely be more valuable than the diamonds and gold all day long because that's just what it is. And it's not going to be $39.99 if you are ready. And I know some of you are. We have 3 callers and 1 trying to get through. So bear with us if you're waiting on hold. We'll have somebody with you shortly. But if you, oh, did a light just go out or no? We're good? Or did a light just go out? No, we're good. Okay. Thought I saw a light go out, but it was something else. All right, here we are. I just can't have a light go out now. I can't now. This is the big moment. And I don't think it's going to be here long. It is no longer $39, $38, $37, $36.99, $35.99, and it may be gone. Honestly, how could it not? There's no way it's sticking around. This is why you're with us, start to finish. You just never know what kind of value is going to come out to play on any given show. It's not $35 or $34.99. You thought I was stopping there, right? We're going better than that. Not even $34.99. Get it? You will love it. Let me try it on again so you're well-versed in what it looks like on the hand. And then we're going to see who's got it because it's not sticking around. It just reflects. Look at the bright, shining, diamond-like light that's coming from that center of that stone, that core of that neon. It is not 34. I'm going to keep on going. Unbelievable. I have literally sold 40 and 50 point Paraíbas in less gold and less diamond weight for far more money on this very show. Many, many, many a times. You are not paying 34 or 33 or 32. It's the grand finale of our Thursday. Let's make it the biggest value of the night. I think we're already there. $32.99, we're there. It's going even lower. Andy, you're thinking about this one? No, something else. Thinking about it? No. You're thinking about it? You are. Okay, so 3 people thinking about 1 ring. Uh-oh. If you're not on the phone lines yet, give us a call. It's not too late, but it will be shortly because my price is dropping even further. You are not paying 32. You are not paying $31.99. This is unheard of in Paraíba, and it is. It is a light 1 carat with the look of a over 1 carat stone, and it's not even $3,099. Make sure you get in right now. I'm making it $2,999. I can barely even make it through the price with a straight face because I know how ludicrous that is. That's crazy. $29.99. Wow, that's a great value. And that is, first caller who says sold gets it. Who's it going to be? Tim's caller? Allison's caller? Are you going to get it? Are you going to get it? We are waiting to hear who's taking the ring to try it out for $29.99. And again, Andy, you're on something else? Something else. All right, so it's down to this. Yeah, $29.99. I'm so proud of that price. I love it. Look at the color. Look at the glow. If you don't have a Paraíba, you got to get one. No other stone in the world gives you or delivers that color. Nothing else is going to give you that specific neon you're getting there. Yes. Oh, thank you. That was Ellen? I gotcha. Alan and Tracy. Wait a minute. Are they in Anaheim? Yes. Hi, Tracy. Oh, good. I'm so glad. Thank you so much. I understand that last night she had cats watching too. Do you think maybe the cats could be shopping? You know, I wish one day Peanut would buy me something, you know, right? Do you ever wish your pets could reciprocate all the love? Like they do in their way, right? But like, right? Do you ever wonder like if your pets could shop what they get their owners? I think about these things sometimes. I don't know. I do. Give a lot of love to those pets, right? A lot of love. They get a lot of love. They do. They get it and they give it, right? They do. $29.99. Thank you, Alan. Thank you, Tracy. And good evening. And thank you so much for shopping tonight. So good to hear from you. Yes.
So this lady that got the auction.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
She would show it again and zoom in because she thinks that there's a spot that's not filled in, and she's thinking of canceling.
A what? Teresa?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey, Teresa had a question about the emerald. And I know this is, it's gone, right? So it's gone. So I just want to, but again, questions are good because, you know, this is a live educational show, or at least it should be. You know, I can guarantee the live part. I can always, you know, guarantee the educational part. But if you are looking at an emerald, now I don't know what exactly her question is, but, and if, you know, I've seen a lot of emeralds in my day, so I'm not sure exactly what she's asking, but I'm happy to show it because, you know, curiosity is good and we want to educate and show you all that. So there's a good look at the emerald, which I know is sold to somebody. So again, gone, but just right, it did sell, right? So just making sure, but that one is gone. So just wanted to make sure, you know, she can see it again if she had any questions about emerald. But what's happening is, and we're giving you like a 10 power magnification loop look at it. So that's what's great about these up close shots, is they are truly up close, better than your naked eye could see in person if you were standing next to me. If you're at a store with an associate standing across from you at a counter and they hand you the piece of jewelry, you know, there's only so much that our eyesight can do. And this is really where a lot of people said to me in the early days of, you know, shopping fine jewelry, how can you sell really expensive fine jewelry, i.e. not costume trinkets, for $5? How do you sell really high-end fine jewelry on TV when no one can touch it or feel it or, you know, actually hold it? And the answer is, quite frankly, a lot of these views are, you know, giving you a really more specific, detailed image than you could ever get standing in person. Obviously, you can't feel it, you can't touch it. I have to be your hands in that respect and let you know how it feels and all the details. And then, you know, that happens when you get it at home. But it certainly is a great up-close look to show off the clarity of stones that aren't usually clean. And so that's what's exciting about it. But $29.99. And remember, you've got a money back guarantee on this or anything else you're shopping for. So keep that in mind as well. And we'll see how we're doing on the Paraíba. Did anybody get our Paraíba? I've been distracted here talking to customers and talking about their cats and talking about fire opals and talking about the emerald that we sold earlier. Yes. What was that? I'm sorry, say it again. The round one that we had earlier, the golden one. Did you just pick it up? Oh, who got it? Oh, congratulations. I love that ring. I shouldn't be surprised because we share similar taste. So congratulations. That round golden tourmaline we had earlier is gone. Did she need to see it again, Tim, or she's good? She's good. Okay. So just making sure. All right. Coming up next, I have got a really, really important yellow diamond to show you. And we have 9 minutes. So if there is anything we can show you from earlier, please let me know what that is. There's only a couple pieces from the show available, like the parrot. The parrot pendant. The Kashmir sapphire is here. And, oh, we had a smaller emerald too, but at this point I don't think it's going to make much sense because that last emerald I had was so good. But if you do need a 79-point emerald, I do want to mention we had this earlier. It's a more squared off emerald cut. And that's our 79-pointer. It was 1974 was the item number there. And that's just a little reminder. And then we also had a cashmere. So I want to recap a couple of items you may have missed if you weren't with us through the whole 3 hours. That is one of them. That's a special piece there. And then you've got that 79-point square emerald cut and double halo in the diamonds. That's going to be 56 points in the diamond weight. It's in the yellow gold, and you can change it if you'd like, but that one was $15.99. So does get you a little more affordable than where I ended up bringing the 1 carat plus, but a special look. I think that would be the difference maker is, do you want an emerald cut versus an oval? If you're more into the squared off shape that is, that's really traditional with the stone, well, that would be a good way to go, and I'll try it on the hand for you. So that's $15.99. You can change the gold. Then we're going to give you a look at something that was here very much in the beginning of the show that actually has a incredible price tag. It's an incredible unheated cashmere sapphire. So a stone that real rare because of its origin. So we'll pop that in for another look before we go because we are down to 8 minutes. So if anything else that you'd like to see before you make a decision, or if you want to check on availability from a piece earlier, like, I don't know, whether it's the emerald, the tanzanite, whatever, anything at all that you want to check on, please do so. Check with your operators and they'll be able to alert you as to what's happening. And maybe your favorite piece is still here. And then here we go with the cashmere. This is so important. This is a cashmere in a bridge, and it's got, check this out, item number is 11222215. This is purple pinky, kind of, I wouldn't say red. It's got a really nice purple pink saturation to it. It's 64 points and it is unheated. So two very important words up there and they're stacked. Unheated, that's number one. Second is the origin, which is cashmere, spelled not like the sweater because it is actually italicized because it's denoting an origin and a location. It's the name of a mine that actually is, if you look at the modern day map, it's right on the border of Pakistan. And so that's where this material was famed to come from. Now, hasn't been mined, no production in 100+ years. So the origin makes it very, very attractive to collectors. It is a cashmere sapphire, completely unheated, 82 points in diamonds in the bridge. And that is going to be, well, it was $49.99. And early on tonight, I had all these exotic purple stones. This is the one remaining. And it's actually going to be $1,599 instead, which I pointed out earlier, you can't get the bridge mounting alone for that price tag. So that is an extra, extra special buy right there. No doubt about it. That's a good one. So $15.99, and we'll pop this on the hand for you. And then we'll see if we can fit in a couple more items before we go. Oh, do you want to see a little preview of something that's coming up this weekend? Let me show this to you. I hope it's going to be here this weekend. It's not priced yet, but is it ever special? What could that be? Check that out. It's a masterpiece of Mama Nature. And that's a 13 karat 18 Asher cut, Congales, blue-green tourmaline. What are we going to do? I don't know, but I'm going to be twisting arms to make sure that's more affordable than it should be because that is a very pricey gem. And I'm going to bring it out this weekend for you. So make sure, if you like that, we're going to work out some price reductions and bring it to you. Let's go back to the cashmere. That one's $15.99. I got to try that on as well. And that's going to be coming up. That's really, really important. And look at this. This is just stunning. Bridge mounting. And you can also change the gold color. You don't need to leave it in the yellow gold. So if that is the deal breaker, don't let it be. That one can be in the white gold. It can be in the rose gold. However you choose to set a really fantastic and rare as can be natural sapphire. No treatment whatsoever, not even heat was applied to that stone. Isn't that amazing? I know, Jess, I'd love to turn it off, but I can't. They've got it covered and shielded and just, yeah, I keep wanting to go over there because now it's like too cold. Well, we can't mess with it because it's not fixed. It's only like temporary fix. So yeah, don't touch the thermostat. The good news is the lights will stay on tonight. That's for sure. All right, here we go. $15.99. Take a look at it one more time. Let's see if Tim's got that one. Then we've got to figure out something else to show you before we go because that one's going to be out of here. And I think we still have our turquoise earrings with all the diamonds available for you. Just a reminder, our cutest little parrot, our multicolored parrot pendant is still here for $5.99. That was the most affordable item of the day. Yeah. Who is that? Hi, David. David from where? California? Hey, David. How's he doing? Is that all he said? He just said hello? See, since it's not football season, he doesn't have any message for me. We're not talking basketball and we're not talking baseball, huh, David? Wait, what? Wait, what happened? I had no idea. Tonight? He shopped tonight? Oh, I see. Oh. Oh, I don't know. I'm open to bribes, David. I don't know. I'm just kidding. No. Oh, David, thanks for checking in. Good to hear from you. All right. Hope all is well. Jess, no spirit sightings lately? None? Okay. It's spirit, right? Spirit, not shadow, right? Yeah. See, we don't just know your names. We know your pets' names too. That sounded creepy the way I said that, but I don't mean it that way. But we do. We know your pets' names. Some of you, only the super VIPs, do we know your pets' names, which is why I'm so aggravated that I can't remember what Alan and Tracy's cats' names are, because I know I was told earlier and I cannot remember. And now I'm aggravated that I can't remember their cats' names, but they watch too, and they have 2 cats and they watch. All right, so to all of our furry friends that are still with us at this late point of the evening, we want to thank you for being with us. To our human friends as well, we appreciate you guys as well, but thank you so much for being here. And that's our cashmere. I'm going to leave that up till that goes, because that's really, I think, the best value we have that's left, although we do have our cute little parrot, which kind of goes with everything because it's so colorful and pretty and designer and all that. So we thank you for being with us tonight. We have 2 minutes left in the broadcast. If there is anything else you want to ask about, let me take a moment and remind you that we're not on TV tomorrow, but we are online tomorrow. So Joyce will be with you tomorrow, 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. So be sure and join her. And the ways to watch would be anywhere online, TVON.com, Facebook, or YouTube. So you can watch that show 3 hours as normal, but starts a little earlier. So make sure you watch, and she'll entertain you on your Friday night. And then I'll see you guys on Saturday and Sunday mornings as always. And we'll have a little party at 10 o'clock a.m. Pacific time on both of those days. Yes, that Congo, that big Asher Cup blue-green Congo will be here, as well as hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of other pieces as well. And I got to go work on trying to scrounge up a tanzanite to show you this weekend too. So that's what we're going to work on. But then again, that is what's coming. A lot of surprises this weekend for you. And like I said, if there's anything else you want to check on from availability tonight, this is the time to do it. Yes, we'll be here for a couple minutes after we go off the air, but we hate for you to miss something by a couple of seconds. So make sure you dial in, let us know. And if you want the cashmere, I'm just going to go ahead and flash this really, really special. We did have the emerald. I think our sphen, the sphen sold. So it's down to just a couple remaining items. It would be the emerald in the Asher cut. It's also this little parrot, which is not so little. Remember, this parrot was what, 3/4 of an inch or so, just the parrot itself. That's with the Aquia pearl, the rubies, the savorites, the onyx, and the black rhodium in the 18-karat rose gold, $5.99. That was the most affordable item of the show tonight, and so much detail and a little touch of whimsy to go with that one as well. So that's $5.99. The cashmere is $15.99, as is the emerald, $15.99. So we either have the $5.99 parrot or the $15.99 rings you see there. Both great choices and one of a kind. So once they're gone, they're gone. And thank you again for watching tonight. Thank you for shopping. A special shout out to all of our brand new registers as well who shop for the first time at TVON tonight. We so warmly welcome you in and hope you'll be with us for all of our shows going forward. So again, join Joyce tomorrow online. I'll see you guys everywhere on Saturday and Sunday, and have a wonderful rest of your Thursday. I'm Lauren Blair. Good night.